Hello, everyone. Welcome to LOCKBEARD PHENOMENA, number 125. Winter isn't over. It is Saturday, January 20th, 2024. 6 p.m. in Central Time. For those of you in other places, we got a couple people from the UK up in here. So it's like midnight, I think, where you guys are. I saw Deborah. She was live today a couple hours ago. I didn't get into the chat, but I was hanging around. Mr. Lee first in the chat tonight. Welcome, and welcome, Deborah. She says, jump in your chat as Dogshit UK is making his 5th live of the day about me. Oh, is he talking about you? What's his problem with you? Boy, I don't know how I look to you guys, but look a little fuzzy. I don't know why. I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, I guess I don't know what's up with the picture. Look very grainy. Yeah, I don't know why does he care about you? I guess he saw the light about LIB or something, or is he just intending on turning on and attacking everybody, trying to absorb viewers just by being a prick to everybody? I don't know. And I haven't watched what he said about LIB. I haven't watched any of his stuff in quite a while because it's nothing but, insult, lie, insult some more. Call people vile, but actually being the most vile person or one of the most vile people on YouTube, really himself. But he keeps calling you vile or me vile, or I'm assuming he's calling you vile because he called me vile numerous times. Danny Stanton, for Christ's sake. he told, Mr. Lee and Watching Cowboy to F off. I mean, why? What, some of the nicest people on YouTube, and he's calling them pieces of crap. Well, when you're doing that, you're being the piece of crap, dog, man. You really are. These people are nice people, a lot of them, and they're not really guilty of anything. And you're going after them. I don't get it. I mean, finally you got your sights set on LIB, but LIB doesn't deserve to be gone after the way you are. People need to say, look, he's done this and he's done that, and that's what he's done. But you call people names and you accomplish nothing with your videos, and it's just a vicious attack. It's just like anything. Humans. Yes, humans often want to get vengeance, but we also need to temper that. And if someone's guilty of a crime, for the most part, you need to come at them cool, calm, and collected. That's why we have a court system. Every man gets his day in court. Especially because sometimes we're also fallible. Humans are fallible, and we can make a mistake. And people could get prosecuted unjustly. They're innocent, and it's not known until later. People have spent decades in jail and then later got exonerated of the crime, but they've lost decades of their life. Where's the justice for them when half their life has been taken away? So you kind of got to be a little bit careful. Now, there's times when, somebody does, something unspeakable to a small child where, if it's fully known, they were caught in the act, the DNA evidence is there and clear, and for a fact, where I would say, if you want to put this guy in a room with the father of the child and just give him 5 minutes and what happens, I could go along with that. But you got to make for damn sure you got the right guy and that they're actually guilty and stuff like that. Um, but if you're just coming at people spitting venom like you do, dog man, it's what you do. You talk like other people are, but it's you doing all this, just spitting venom, constant venom, and that's all you're doing. And damn well you're doing it. So all I can guess is this is one big troll. Dogman UK must be one big troll. He can't be this. He can't. He can't be this oblivious to himself, right? Sometimes people don't see themselves very clearly in the mirror, but I think he knows damn well what he's doing, and this is one big troll. This is one big troll. It's got to be. Thank you, Mr. Lee. Yeah, I would like to rework it. It's just really hard to accomplish anything with the equipment I got and the conditions I got to work in. Like if I take my hands out from underneath the blanket, they're cold. Okay, they're cold, so you can't really type and do stuff, and the computer certainly doesn't like working under the extreme temperature conditions. uh Especially you get the problems I've had in the heat, but also in the extreme cold where the computer, like I plugged it in the other day and I thought, well, this thing ain't gonna charge up because the battery had run down and it wasn't showing that it was charging, and I was like, oh crap, this thing, it's over, computer's over, channel's done. Yeah. uh yeah, because it's freaking cold, Mr. Lee. It's freaking cold. It's Sunday for you. Yeah, 12 at 12 a.m. because midnight is 12 a.m. It's officially Sunday for you. Yeah. You and Deborah. Raptor says, "What's up, big dog? Are you staying warm in the van down by the river?" I wish I could be parked right by the river, because then at least maybe I could do a little fishing to eat. Have a little bit of natural food to eat, and be able to like build a fire. Like if I could build a big old bonfire, you wouldn't want to build it too close to the van, but you build a big enough bonfire over there, it'll keep you warm, even if you're 20 feet away from it. And down there by the river, there's lots of wood to burn, but where I'm at, I can't build even a small fire next to or near the van at all. I can't build a fire near the van at all. So I can't do that. So I just got to I'm hoping I can. I don't know. Something's got to change. That's all I know, Raptor. Something's got to change. Deborah says, I'm your friend. Dog shit UK. Yeah. Raptor says hello to everybody. Hope you're staying warm. Yeah, I hope everybody's staying warm. Deborah says, I think he's just attacking anyone he can. Claims he has hours of video on me on Josh's show where I attack him. I've never done a live with Josh. He's a drill bit, a small, boring tool. Awesome. I never heard anyone make that kind of analogy there, but yeah, that about covers it. Mr. Lee says, Donald, you have been MIA again. Well, he sometimes has power problems and internet problems, I think, up there. Donald says, hi, everyone currently on the road. Uncle Bones is here. Welcome. Mr. Lee says, yes, he's a troll. He knows exactly what he's doing. I said it before. Deborah, don't pay no mind to him. Yeah, don't let him get to you. Don't let him bother you. He don't got shit on nobody. He's just being the biggest Scottish troll that has ever existed. So, yeah. Yeah. Raptor says, last weekend I went on the Dogman UK channel. I didn't even come up here on YouTube. I wonder if someone reported him or her. Oh, yeah, the Dogman UK channel got deleted somehow. I don't know if people reported him or if YouTube finally caught on to the multiple policy violations on his channel. I didn't report him. I don't report people. Someone would have to do something pretty bad, like actually illegal, and something I consider unethical. Like if they showed, images of children that they shouldn't be showing, that kind of stuff, and tried to sneak it in, and I spotted it. Yeah, I'd report the shit out of something like that. But freedom of speech, I generally leave alone. The Joe Rogan said it very well. The best response to bad speech, well, I'm saying the different words than he did. I don't remember his exact words. So basically, what he said was the best response to wrong speech is right speech. So if somebody says something bad, you say something, you call it out, you say what's the correct thing, whatever the subject is. So if someone's out there talking crap, then talk about, but tell people that they're talking crap, basically. And so look, this guy's lying, he's full of crap, and that's all there is to it. He has started a new channel, Raptor, so he's still on YouTube, but he changed the name a little bit. I can't remember exactly what the new channel name is, but if you search Dogman UK, you'll find and you'll find it. I'm not recommending anybody go over there because it's nothing but Scottish troll, or boring tool, as Deborah calls him. uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome, Deborah. Wouldn't touch him with your boot. Yeah. Raptor says last weekend I went to your comment twice. Well, I already answered that. So Angel says Raptor, he made a new one. Yeah. If he keeps on like he was, YouTube will eventually catch up on him. So, or someone will get upset enough to report him. I don't know. You know. Um, violent threats is no good. I'm kind of iffy whether or not I would actually. I don't think I ever have, actually reported someone for that. Um, it's kind of a gray area for me. Where does it fall in with free speech or not? Technically, you're not allowed to make violent threats, though. But there's situations where they're warranted. I'm sure the founding fathers would all be happy to explain to you when those times are. The Declaration of Independence might have been considered a violent threat, you know what I mean? So I generally, my feeling is is err on the side of liberty. If you err on the side of liberty, that's where you're going to get your best results in general overall. To me, if you screw up and one innocent person is harmed or imprisoned, or something happens to one innocent person because of the mistakes that can be made when you know when the witch hunt is on, right? Then your system is a failure. some people think it's okay that a few innocent people get jailed as long as they get the people they want in jail. That's not acceptable to me at all. Not one innocent person should go to jail. It's better that some guilty get away than some innocent go to jail. Because if you're sending innocent people to jail, now your system is the criminal, right? You're now the guilty person. So you must be careful and you must err on the side of liberty to prevent innocent people from falling into, like what I mentioned earlier. Some people have ended up in jail for decades and they were innocent. And that's a failure of your system. You're being overzealous about throwing people in jail. Um, if the person was proved innocent later on, then that means there was never adequate, there never could have been adequate reason for them to throw that person in jail. Um, now it seems, I don't want to beat on this drum, that there was racism involved, but there really was. There's been a number of black criminals that, well, they weren't criminals. They were thrown in jail. People just they were they were thrown in jail, and later on, DNA evidence exonerated them. They were innocent. So that comes from a system a little overzealous about throwing people in jail. And then we're weird over here. Like, we'll let people out who shouldn't ever be let out. If someone R words a baby or something, or a young child, that person should never get out of jail, but they'll let them out. They'll let them out. They'll stay for some number of years and then they'll let them out and wonder why they do it again. Well, it's because they're messed up. Okay. They're diddling 6-year-olds. They're messed up. You can't ever let that person out of some kind of facility. I think that we do need to recognize that they are messed up, but to some degree it's not their fault, but you absolutely cannot let them run loose in public, right? Where there's children. You can't. You have to recognize they're fucked up. And you need to say, look, we're sorry, but we have to put you somewhere. We're not going to put you in the general population of a freaking prison necessarily, but you're going to be in some facility where you cannot get out, because we understand that you have something's messed up with your system, and you are somewhat unable to control your actions, and therefore you cannot ever get out. Sorry. And it's a really hard one to address, because it's like someone's mentally ill. We let someone murder someone, and they're mentally ill. It's not really their fault. It's not like they were a regular person who just decided, hey, off this guy because he hacked me off for some reason. The person's literally mentally ill. So I think you treat them a little bit differently than just a common criminal, because they're mentally ill. And but our system, it's just jacked up. They'll take that mentally ill person that diddled a little kid, throw them in jail, which just makes people crazy, right? Jail doesn't rehabilitate shit. It makes people nuts. You put a dog in a crate all the time. Every time you let it out, the damn thing acts crazy. Because why? You imprison any creature that's meant to be free, and it will go nuts when it gets out. It will be worse off when it gets out. And that's true for every single human being you put in jail. So you better come up with a better system. Yeah, you have to lock certain people up, but maybe we shouldn't be so eager to throw people in jail for long periods of time, unless in some types of crimes, and in other types of crimes where they have literally chosen to take someone's life. They have taken the rest of that other person's life. Well, why is that person ever getting out of jail, right? They should stay in jail forever. They've taken away the rest of the life of someone else, therefore they have forfeited the rest of their life. Pretty simple concept, I think. So why do we let these people out? And then when they get out, we say, well, we rehabilitated them, they go out. Well, now they can't hardly get a job. because they're a felon. And so, you know, there's a few places that will hire felons, but they're just crappy. They're crappy jobs a lot of times. They're not very good paying. This person has nothing great to look forward to in their life in general. And so they end up turning to crime again. You know, so it's just the system has problems. It needs improvement. And nobody's paying me to fix it and giving me the budget to fix it, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Deborah says we need to send him some UK hot water bottles. UK hot water bottles. I don't know if I'm not sure. You talking about Molotov cocktails? I'm not sure what you're talking about there. Raptor says, understand, Mr. Lee, understand what you're saying. Don't lose it. Yeah, don't lose any sleep over him. Well, men like him don't worry me. I can do emojis, but I'm LOLing. I find it really funny, to be fair. Yeah, just laugh at him. He's a Scottish troll. Scottish troll. Or a drill bit, as you put out. As a drill bit. He's a drill bit. Mr. Lee asked Deborah, are you from up north? Bolton in the northwest. Ocean Pond is here. Yeah, there y'all are. Just got the notice. Welcome up. Welcome, Ocean Pond. Raptor says, Mr. Lee, did you find out if Dogman UK is Scottish or not? Mr. Lee thinks he is, but some of us have our doubts. He's not being honest about where in Scotland, says Deborah. Definitely Scottish. Donald says his spanner is flaccid. Donald's careful or he will be live feeding about you next. He's down to 6 viewers and he is three of them. He's already talked a lot about Donald. Donald's used to it. Donald would feel neglected at this point if Dogman UK didn't do a video about him. Baby with a laser says, hi, Deb. Hello, welcome. New person in chat. Baby with a laser. Donald says, I'll admit, I reported Volt every time he spewed his bullshit. Well, there you go. Donald's been tagging him. You probably don't want to tell him that, though. You probably don't want him to know that. Rex says, Lockbeard, I had to delete the first one. It didn't come out right. Oh, well, I still see it here. I'm sure it deleted on YouTube, but I still see it here in StreamYard. Raptor reported him 5 or 6 times about 4 years ago. Was he even around that long ago? Didn't know he was around that long ago. Raptor says, so how many channels does Donald have now? There's a bunch of new ones on tonight. Well, I don't think they're all Donald. Just like Bullets is here. Welcome. Deborah says, from what I'm told, in the U.S., you can get out of jail if you have money. It's not like that in the UK. You can literally hurt a child and get slapped on the wrist. That's the case a lot of the time. If someone has enough money, they can just throw enough lawyer at it, or if they're able to pay big fines. That's one of the problems here. Unequal dispensation of the law. If a rich person commits a crime, they may not go to jail at all, whereas a poor person who cannot afford a better lawyer will go to jail and get the book thrown at them. That's not fair. We should be in absolute revolt over this, because the judges know, like the judges are guilty of a crime too. They are purposely and knowingly unequally dispensing the law. They've seen the rich person come into their courtroom with all the money, and then their judgment was to give them a different sentence than they gave to the poor person. They know damn good and well what they're doing. As far as I'm concerned, every judge that has done that should go to jail. So, American people, stand up, grab the judges, throw them in jail. I got judged by a judge years ago who herself was well known to be out drinking and driving. She'd been caught with meth and all kinds of shit. She was guilty of all the crimes that she was judging other people for. You have no business judging other people for those crimes or any crimes if you're out there committing the crimes yourself and you get let loose because, oh, we can't, this is the judge. Just look the other way. It's the judge. Look the other way. Y'all people in Delaware County know exactly who I'm talking about. Don't you? Meanwhile, people like me who had no money got, screwed because I can't afford a lawyer to fight it. It was clearly entrapment. They had no evidence to prove what their accusation of me was. But they still got their money. See, because it's all about money, right? This whole damn thing's about money. It's control, but money. They'll milk you for money. It's not about fixing anything or correcting a societal malady. They just want money. And if you don't got money, like for example, a cop up here in Northeast Oklahoma told me one time straight up, he said, if I pull over an illegal immigrant for drinking and driving, I can't do anything with them but let them go, because they just can't. They just can't. They can't get anything out of them. They're not officially here, really, in a way. The system doesn't see them. Meanwhile, a regular citizen like me, if I get pulled over for drinking and driving, I'll get my ass handed to me, and they'll milk me for every dollar they can get. It's not fair. There's nothing fair about the system. America, the land of the free, blah, 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 equality. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. On the surface, it looks like, but it's all bullshit. They've got corrupt government officials all the way up the ladder, from your local, mayor, your cops, your judges, all the way up to the freaking president. Everybody, there's corruption all over the place. America should be in straight up revolt. Do not cooperate with any shit. They tax you for everything. Well, taxation is theft. There wasn't supposed to be any taxation in America. And people say, well, how do you make this happen? Look, that's if you tell people, and I don't even know if I want to go down that rabbit hole right now. Some people say, well, we need this highway. Oh, you need the highway. I don't want the damn highway. Where I own some property out someplace. And, I got in this argument with someone. They said, well, we got this road paved out here. I was like, the road's asphalt now. It's not even good asphalt. They don't keep it. They don't keep the ice scraped off of it in the winter. They don't patch the potholes worth of shit. They neglect the hell out of it. But we got an asphalt road. I was like, what was the road before it was asphalt? Well, it was gravel. Yeah, I'm fine with it being a gravel road. Thank you. I'm fine with it being a gravel road. I don't need your damn asphalt. Get your freak. But he did that, and what he did was, this pissed me off. I didn't own the land before when it happened, but when I found out that this had happened, I was mad. And the reason is this is kind of a lake community. So it's all technically it's a private community, right? It wasn't gated like a lot of them are, but it's technically a private community. And what we had in that community was there was parts that were called community property, which means like there was a boat ramp. We had a boat ramp that was supposed to be for this private community, and it wasn't open for the public. But the state wants boat ramps. They want more boat ramps. So they put a sign down by the highway and they send people back in there. So we get all kinds of people coming back in there, trying to use our boat ramp. And they would park and block off the road and shit and just cause bullshit and be in our way. And that's what he did. He and a couple others took it upon themselves to make this deal with the state. And the state doesn't care if everybody wasn't on board with it. And they gave our boat ramp to the public. And so now we got all these people coming back in here in exchange for paving the road. And on top of that, when they pave the road, that means a lot of people are more willing to come back in there. They think, oh, there's something to go back in here too. And so what we got a little bit of criminal activity coming out there, right? I mean, one old woman got shoved down and carjacked. That should never happen out where we're at. And I blame it in part by making it more easy and more open to people to want to come back in there by putting an asphalt road back into there. I don't want your damn asphalt. Get the fuck out of here. You know, a gravel road's fine. I'm perfectly fine with the gravel road. At least with a gravel road, if there gets a hole wallered out, I can go out there with a rake and a shovel and pull some gravel into it and fill the hole myself. Because the county sure as hell wasn't coming out there to fix shit. It was like pulling teeth to get them to come out there and fix the damn asphalt. Because when you got a hole in asphalt, it's a whole different monster, from a hole in the gravel. Because you end up with this sharp drop, right? With gravel, it's you got a hole that it goes like this, and it's just you just kind of flow with it. But with asphalt, you go boom, and you hear something hit the bottom, and it's bad. Asphalt just sucks. If you're not going to maintain asphalt, don't put in the asphalt. It's a mistake. Or spend the money to put in concrete instead and stop pussyfooting around. But because asphalt's pussyfooting around, okay? If people are moving at any kind of speed, especially, asphalt's pussyfooting around. Like when I used to have to repair holes in a large parking lot when I worked at Lowe's. The places where the holes formed was where people come flying in and out of the parking lot all the time. The rest of the parking lot, you really don't get holes because people are moving at slow speeds. But where they come flying in, because people drive too fast coming into the parking lot, they would cause holes to form in the asphalt. And I was the guy that had to repair that. But yeah, you're absolutely right. People got money, they can get off on all kinds of stuff. Mr. Lee says over here, the police, I force a different approach to criminals with mental health. Yeah, you got to recognize that there's mental health. Like some of these things people do. And a lot of times, the mentally ill commit horrendous crimes. So, but I just don't think you need to put mentally ill people in with the general prison population. There's a lot of people that are mentally ill in the general population, though, and that's a problem. The rubber. Oh, so you're talking about the real hot water bottles? Yeah, I hear that you all don't have any central air there. Well, I'm in the same boat as you guys. I don't have central air. I don't have anything. I mean, I have a little like camping. I have a propane heater that's made for campers, but I don't got any propane. So hopefully we're done with the extreme cold. It got the -3 or something here. It's hard to deal with -3 if you get zero heat. Raptor says, Deborah, I know 5 guys, their parents had well over $2 million, freedom or in prison until 2040. The other 2 are in there for life. It's not always about money. Yeah, sometimes your money don't get you off. That's true. Fist like bullets says Tammy Lynch Sitch, former WWF girl, had previous hit and runs and DUIs and gets released like 3 or 4 times. Now kills someone and just got 17 years. Took her to kill someone until they did anything. Yeah. When someone has like repeated, yeah, because generally speaking, I think they're too heavy handed on Okay, Andy Griffith, what did he do with Otis, right? Go put him, hell, Otis put himself in the jail cell when he'd be public drunk, right? They need to be more like that. Stop completely screwing people's lives over on their first or even a second offense as a GUI. Like the first time, say, take them, throw them in a jail cell, dry them out for the night, let them out the next day and say, look, next time you're going to get screwed up, do not drink and drive. Okay. It's dangerous. Now, if they hit somebody, that's a whole different thing. But a lot of times if they've had some drinks, the cop smells some alcohol on them. And a lot of times they're not really any danger in anybody, but the cop has decided they are. And the what happens is the county and the city and stuff like that, they got dollar signs in their eyes. They're looking at this as a way to fleece people and steal all their money. They could go sit right outside the bar and just say, look, we've seen all y'all in there. If you're getting in your car, you might want to just go to sleep and stay in this parking lot. But they don't do that. They go hide other places and they wait for you to leave the bar, and then they get you because they want to actually get you. They don't prevent DUIs. They want to let you commit the DUI and then get you so that they can take you in and try to get all that money from you. Or if they're really serious, they could tell the bar, say, look, you can't be here, right? Or something like that. If they're really serious. I don't agree with that necessarily, but they don't actually do anything to prevent the DUIs from occurring in the first place. They purposely allow situations to where the DUIs occur so that they can get money. They don't care about stopping the DUIs. They'll claim that all day long. No, they don't care. They don't care. They know that people are alcoholics. In a lot of cases, these people are alcoholics, even if they're not, they don't realize it yet. They want them they want to get them on DUIs. So it's a scam. It's a big scam. But like you said, with that person, multiple DUIs, at some point you gotta say, look, you got a problem, especially like hit and runs. Like hit and runs, that's a problem. Because you've actually done harm to someone else's property and maybe somebody got injured there. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the Lynn Stitch case, but yeah, hit and runs and stuff like that. At some point, you say, look, you can't drive. You can't drive. And so if she can't drive, that means she cannot, she needs to they have because they know, again, they leave this shit open on purpose. Like you say, look, you've had, let's say she's had multiple DUIs, 2 hit and runs. You say, look, you can never get your driver's license back. It's done. And then they look at and they can look in the system and say, look, she owns a car. And why does she own a car? She don't need a car. She should not own a car. If they see that she owns a car, they need to be going and talk to her and say, look, what's your plans with this car? If you got a car, but you can never drive, now maybe you got some explanation for it, like you maintain a car because, you might have someone drive you places, but you need to be checking on her. Say, look, something's up here. But that flirts with, Fourth Amendment violation and stuff like that. Like you can't search people's records without cause. Although multiple hit and runs and all that, man. And then what do they do as far as treatment? Like, if someone's drinking and driving a lot and they've had multiple hit and runs, clearly they got a problem. If they don't realize they got a problem, then there's something wrong in their head. But most people should reasonably be able to realize, okay, I'm an alcoholic. I got a problem. Okay, where's the state? What has the state done to treat this person for this problem? They leave them kind of high and dry, because a lot of times they'll just leave you high and dry. The system will leave your ass high and dry most of the time. They just will. because they don't actually care about you. They don't care about you. Baby with the laser says, Deb, I'll send my SoundCloud to you to pass on to Kane in a bit if he wants. Sounds like y'all got some kind of other thing going on there. Probably doesn't concern anybody else really. Yada, Gary Johnson's here. Welcome. Start your own channel. You looked into StreamYard, don't see where it's free. Yeah, they have a free version. You don't necessarily need to do live streams, but if that's what you want to do, if you want to do live streams, you're going to need StreamYard or some other type of deal like that to do live streams. Just like Will says, yeah, I think she was driving under suspension. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, like if you had DUI, they put a breathalyzer on your car. You can't drive if you're drunk. If you're under suspension, shouldn't there be something, shouldn't you say, look, we're not going to stop you from owning the car, but the car is going to be disabled until you're not on suspension anymore. So it's not going to be a breathalyzer, obviously. It's just going to be the car is disabled and can't be fixed. It has a device on it, and tampering with that device is, going to send an alert somehow and stuff like that. I mean, there's something they could have done. I mean, I don't know what the case. Maybe she borrowed someone else's car, in which case the person who lent her the car has some level of guilt here. Like, you don't lend your car to someone driving under suspension. That's just stupid, because you're going to lose your freaking car and possibly have some level of guilt in the case of, well, killing someone in a wreck. But a lot of times dealing with alcoholics like that is very, very difficult. There's a lot of problem with. That's why the law needs to step up in how they address it and do it the right way. Get them treatment, stuff like that. Don't just toss them in prison. They need treatment. These people are sick. They're sick. They're not just because addiction is a bitch. It'll make people do fucked up shit, and they're not necessarily thinking very well with their brain. Their brain's not, when you're addicted to some kind of chemical, it fucks up your ability to reason properly, and you'll do fucked up shit. Now, in general, like I've said before on my channel, I'm a little, I don't want to deal with addicts generally. Like I've seen enough of that kind of bullshit. I don't have any patience for dealing with it myself, but I recognize somebody needs to deal with it, right? Somebody needs to deal with it. And people who have a passion for that, maybe they were an addict and they got help and have succeeded, and those are actually the best people to help addicts anyway, because they've been there. They know what they're going through. I've never been a addict to any drug, so I can't really fully relate to them. Yeah, when they hear that, they're gonna be like, well, you don't know what the fuck it's like. And they're right. I don't necessarily know what it's like. So they need other addicts who have healed to help them. Raptor says that Gary, StreamYard's not free. Who said it was free? It is free. There's a free version. There's a paid version and there's a free version. Like I'm using the free, like see this right here, this StreamYard logo. If you see someone using StreamYard and that logo's there, that's the free version of StreamYard. That goes away when you have the paid version. It's limited. There's certain stuff you can't do. You have only so many hours a month and stuff like that. But But yeah. Sonny was a wrestling name. No, it is for it. There is a free version. There's two tiers of paid versions, but there is a free version. That's what I'm using right now, the free version, because I'm poor. Thought it was free. Gary says it might have been Nikki, I think, unless I misunderstood her. I don't know. Are you talking about that said it was free? StreamYard does have a free option. I'm using it right now. Mr. Lee says my mom got pulled over so many times for drinking and driving. They took her license away. I still didn't stop her. Yeah, and that's the issue. They will. Addicts are not able to control themselves. Something else is controlling them to some extent, and so you can't trust them with their own car or or anything like that. You can't trust them with anything. You can't trust them with children. You know what I mean, to caring for kids, because they know they're not, they shouldn't drink while they're caring for a kid, but they'll do it anyway because the alcohol wins. They'll leave that kid at the house to go get liquor. If they got to drive drunk to go get more liquor with the kid in the car, they'll do it. Or they'll leave the kid at the house. Either way, they're neglecting the kid in one way or another in a lot of cases. They need treatment. They're not going to want treatment in most cases. I mean, you've seen all the intervention stuff. That's real. They will get pissed off. They will not cooperate. So you kind of got to make them. You got to realize that they're temporarily mentally ill and they need help. Fist Like Bullets says, I have a site free and free data. I run live streams and use the old chat and go. Chat been up for over 13 years. I'm not sure. A Weebly site. I'm not really familiar with it. Deborah says, I'm off to bed, guys. See y'all next week. Awesome show, Lockbeard. Thank you, Deborah, and see you next time. Raptor says, if you're using StreamYard, you can bring somebody else on your channel. Yeah, they limit you to 5 guests or something like that. 5 or 6 guests when you have the free version. I can't remember exactly, but there's limitations. But yeah, you can still bring someone on with the free version. Yeah. Fits like says, I used to upload lots of YouTube, but they ended up copyrighting everything nowadays. Yeah, it's an endless fight. So, Mr. Lee put the link to Deborah's channel down there. Y'all might want to check it out. Rapper says, well, I apologize. I didn't know it was free. I thought you had to pay like $5 a month, like Joe said. You do have to do that for like for example, like used to, I could store a few videos, or I can't remember how many it was. When I had the paid version, I could store more videos on StreamYard until I figured out what I could do with them. And a lot of times, because if they're on StreamYard, then there is some limited editing you can do where you can take out clips of the video and make a shorter video out of that clip, from the live stream. for standalone, for talking about a specific subject or whatever, something you want to highlight. I can't do that anymore. You don't have that, and you're only able to store. You can't, if you have more than 5 hours of video on StreamYard with the free version. You can't do any live streaming until you delete them, and you can't download them. So I can't download my videos off of StreamYard. If I want to save a copy of this live stream, I have to download it off of YouTube instead, which is not that, it's not too horrible. It's just that, if I had unlimited storage on StreamYard, which would be nice if they would just have that and stop being stingy with their storage, then I could have recovered episode 100 of Lockbeard Phenomena, for example. It is gone. It's completely gone. When it comes to when you see those uploads every morning, well, it's morning in Central Time Zone, 9 a.m. Central every day. My old live streams are being they're already uploaded, but one of them goes public every day at 9 a.m. Central Time. So that's what you're seeing. Like, some people were getting confused thinking it was a live stream they missed. It isn't a live stream you missed. Well, it is in the sense that it was a live stream that happened last year. So they're up there. So they're going public, one per day, until I get all the old ones public, right? But when it gets to number 100, you'll see, like, there's a short clip there, and that's all it is there, and it tells you, it tells you on the thumbnail that this particular live stream was lost because YouTube is asshole, and YouTube's probably got a copy of it still in their system, but they're not going to give it to me. I tried communicating with them about it, and nothing. Every time I've tried to communicate with YouTube, nothing. They don't want to talk to me. They don't care. They hate me. YouTube hate me. YouTube is asshole. So, but yeah, there's paid version of StreamYard Raptor if you want the more advanced features. But with the free version, you can do live streams. You can only live stream to one platform though. So I was trying to live stream to both Rumble and YouTube for a while when I still had the paid version. But I went broke. I had to go to the free version. And times are just hard. And so in the free version, you can only live stream to one place. So I've had to stick with YouTube because Rumble is screwed up. I mean, apparently it's working great for a lot of people, but for me, it's been a complete cluster. I'm still syncing to Rumble, but the syncing tool is not working properly. Rumble, if you're out there, listen to me. One of your people needs to contact me and listen to what my problems are and fix my channel on Rumble. You guys have screwed it up. It's completely screwed, and it needs to be fixed. And so I'm not going, even if I get the paid version of StreamYard again, I'm not going to live stream to Rumble because even though it can work, it's a pain in the ass to make it happen. Because this is partly, I don't know if it's the StreamYard's fault or Rumble's fault. You can make it work, but it's a pain in the ass to make it work. Because when you set up your stream every time, you click all the destinations, and it's all you do. I just click, it's going to YouTube. But I can't just click Rumble. I have to go over here and put the stream key in and all this crap, and it's just a unnecessary pain in the ass. And I don't know why that exists, but it does. So Rumble and StreamYard need to work together to figure that out. Or better yet, Rumble, because I don't know what the hell the problem with YouTube is. Why can't YouTube create a live streaming capacity exactly like and better than StreamYard and allow me to stream to Rumble too? Allow me to stream to whatever destinations I want from YouTube. I'm streaming to YouTube, but I'm also streaming to Rumble and everywhere else I want to stream to. Why not do that? That would be to YouTube's benefit, to be its own streaming tool that works. Like currently, YouTube streaming tool doesn't look like it works. It doesn't do shit. I mean, I was able to stream, but there was just shit I couldn't do because YouTube doesn't seem to. And also editing. Video editing should be able to work in YouTube far better than what it is. Right now, it's crap. Why the hell is YouTube's video editing crap? Why in the hell does sometimes I got to get into iMovie, take a copy of a video, go into iMovie, fill up all my memory with freaking render files? And I don't know why it's such a pain in the ass. It completely bogs down my computer. I don't want to ever open iMovie again if I can help it. But occasionally I have to use iMovie for something, and it's stupid. I hate it. iMovie sucks. It completely fills up your computer memory with render files, and then you have to go dump them all. And it's not that huge of an issue, but it's enough of a pain in the ass. I don't ever want to open iMovie again. Screw iMovie. But yeah, Rumble. If you want, number one, Rumble needs to change the look. It don't look right. It's all jacked up. It don't play right. It's all jacked up. The syncing tool is not working. Rumble, it's not working. It's jacked up. Some of them get through, but I had a bunch of videos. I had to go in there. I had to get a copy of it. Rumble, the syncing cut off the front part of the stream for some reason. I had to go get a copy of it off of YouTube, off the old channel, and I couldn't just download it because I can't download from another channel without the paid thing. I'm not paying YouTube. So I had to do a screen record, which is a huge freaking file, and then patch it back together to create the whole stream to recover a whole bunch of old streams that Rumble fucked up. See, it didn't just YouTube it fucked shit up, it's Rumble fucked shit up too. What a freaking disaster. So I'm done playing with Rumble. As far as I'm not going to go on my way to try and promote Rumble or anything like that necessarily. I'm still syncing over to Rumble, and it works when it works. Saw that video. Jeremy at the quartering, he made a video and he's trying to get people to buckle down and use Rumble. Jeremy, I'm using Rumble. Rumble is all jacked up. You got communication with them. You call them and tell them to contact me and stop jacking me around. Stop jacking me around and fix these problems. Actually, because they've been saying, "Oh, we're getting better. We're fixing stuff," and they hardly done anything to fix much of anything. There's been a couple things, but they haven't fixed anything, and they haven't fixed enough. So Jeremy's sitting here saying, use Rumble. Well, I am using Rumble, and all it's done is created a lot of problems that I didn't have before. Yes, I was able to live stream to Rumble when YouTube kicked me off, but that's about it. We need another option, and something I'm starting to wonder about and suspect about Rumble is, what if Rumble is just controlled opposition for YouTube? What if they're just saying, yeah, we're coming, we're getting this better, we're gonna compete with YouTube, we're gonna be real competitors with YouTube, but in reality they have no intention of doing it. They're just here to act like they are and gather up all the people that are jumping off of YouTube and then never actually giving them a real competitor to YouTube. And in that way, it's a little bait and switch. So people are going to Rumble who would otherwise go somewhere else where they might be better off to support that other platform so that they can grow and actually compete with YouTube. So Rumble, I don't know. I'm suspicious of you. You're not doing what you promised. You're missing all kinds of features that YouTube has. And there's shit that should happen that don't work. I mean, but YouTube even is missing some features that should exist. And I'm like, why the hell don't they have this? I'm like, There's no excuse for some of this stuff. You know, if I had, I wish I had $1 billion budget to make my own. I'd make my own and blow these out of the water because I'd be like, look, this shit's going to happen. It's going to work. Get it dead. Get it fucking dead. Tired of people making excuses. Well, we can't do this and we can't do this, and we're not going to have a diversity and inclusion officer, because that's a waste of money, right? If someone is qualified, we will hire you. That's all. You know, it's funny to me, these applications, a lot of time they ask what your race is. And I'm like, what difference does that fucking make? Are you qualified or not? That's the only thing that matters. Can you do this job? But they waste all this money on this bullshit. They got, teams of people. They're just a waste of money and don't accomplish anything. Chat and go. There's Deborah's link. Fist says, I've been live streaming MMA events and sports on Weebly since 2012. So is that, will that work through into YouTube then and all that? Because seriously, Uncle Bones says, Mr. Lee, I've been subbed for several years. Just subbed the other day. Fist Like Bull says, YouTube started paying me after $100. That took thousands of hits, and they would only mail a check if it was 100 or over. Yeah, and Rumble will only give you your money if it's 50 or over. I got $25 sitting over there, and they won't send it to me. I could use it. Rumble. Uncle Bone said, Mr. Lee, I asked you about her a long time ago. The UK is a small place, isn't it? She's probably related to Mr. Lee. Get 17,000 or 30,000 hits in 24 hours, but now I don't bother. Just some small vids I upload on YouTube to YouTube. Why don't you did you just get bored with it, or just too much of a pain, or that popped in on occasion? Fist says, I mean, 2012 streaming with Weebly, but I don't know if they have what you need. Sean's Sasquatch Quest been recommended. Sean's Sasquatch Quest. I don't know. I guess I don't know that channel. Fist says, my stream runs 24/7 if you ever want to have a look at it. 24/7? Really? Used to capture devices when capture devices didn't limit sites to use, so now I embed to the site. Used to use capture devices. I don't know, it's starting to get a little technical on me. This says, but it's different than what you do, but I used to do what you do, the hardware needed and software. Roger says, Lock on Rumble last year you had 35 videos. I went last week and you have 3 and unsubscribed to you on Rumble. What? I should have hundreds of videos on Rumble. Hundreds. All my old live streams, all the random lives are over there. All the upload videos should be over there. Everything's over there. A lot of shit that was supposed to have synced over is caught in limbo, so it's probably not on the channel, but it's caught in limbo. And yeah. So I don't know why you only saw 35 videos. Unless I'm right, and YouTube really does control Rumble, and they're censoring me over there too. Like they got me shadow banned, trying to hide all my videos. YouTube would never allow what you do these days. Yeah, this rule, so many rules. But it shows that everybody's scared. Traditional media, they're scared. Like they're trying to stop the alternative news reporting. They don't, because people don't want it. They don't care. They're sick of CNN and Fox News. They're liars. Both of them. MSNBC, liars. All of them are liars. You can't get the truth. They're propaganda. They're either trying to convince you that they're trying to convince Democrats to believe certain things and to hate Republicans, or they're trying to convince Republicans to believe certain things and hate Democrats. Fox News, MSNBC, CNN, they're all the same. They're all propaganda. They all spin it to a certain way to appeal to a certain side, and they keep you on those two sides, two imperfect sides, because both sides are right about certain things and both sides are wrong about certain things. They're just different things that they're right and wrong about. And that's how they keep you separated into two factions, neither of them perfect, on purpose, because if there was one perfect party, they don't want you in that, right? Because they can't get you to fight very much over that. Because neither Democrats or Republicans are really too eager to fight a libertarian, because they're pretty damn reasonable about stuff, and it's just liberty, right? When they explain to you why this thing needs to be a liberty, like you know like drugs, like legalization of all drugs is the right thing to do. And if you explain to any reasonable person who's willing to hear reason why total legalization of all drugs is the right thing to do, they can't really argue with it. They can't really argue with it. A lot of people will anyway, because they're so biased, and and you know, but it's an open and shut case that drug legalization should happen. All drugs, all of them. That's the best case scenario. But some people, they're just not willing to. They don't understand. Maybe they dealt with a member of the family who was addicted to some kind of meth or something. Like, meth should be well, it is illegal. And guess what? Your family member still got fucked up on meth. What does it tell you? Prohibition doesn't work. It didn't. Alcohol prohibition didn't work, and drug prohibition is not working. It doesn't work, and it makes the cartels rich, and kids fall through the cracks, and it really makes it worse. Corrupt politicians, corrupt cops, they all get sucked into it, and there's lots of money to be made. It doesn't work. The best case scenario is total legalization. So something like that. But you know, so where do Democrats and Republicans fall on that particular issue, right? They fall different. They have different views on that. And even though a lot of Democrats would argue with me about that, they're like, no, weed should be legal, but not meth. Oh, that's not biased. That's not biased at all. The drug you like should be legal, but not that drug. Not biased at all. So they're not thinking things through. They think they are, because they'll go into this whole thing. Well, weed's natural, grows out of the ground. Shut the fuck up. You're biased. You're biased. It doesn't matter if it's natural or not. There's all kinds of things aren't natural. This damn computer's not natural. These glasses aren't natural. This fucking hat's not natural. Using the excuse that something's not natural as a reason why it should be illegal is goddamn stupid. I'm sorry. It's goddamn stupid. That is not an excuse to make something illegal. Oh, it's not natural. Shut the fuck up. That's not a reason to make something illegal. Stop it. Stop it. I got 1,000 reasons why drugs should be legalized, and some people might think they got some good reasons why it should be illegal. But all those reasons fall apart when you look at the real effect of what happens from doing that. You make bad people rich, and you don't solve the problem, you make it worse. You drive it into the black market. The black market is more than happy to absorb that drug trade. They have no problem with that. The black market sells children to very bad people. Do you think they have a problem selling drugs too? That's like minor. That's like child's play to them. They sell people. The black market has no problem absorbing this big cash cow of drug sales that you gave them because you didn't like drugs. You thought you were stopping drugs. No, you helped drugs, and you helped very bad people make a lot of damn money. You fucked up. You fucked up. You didn't think things through. Think things through. Think things through. Like supporting the LOCKBEARD channel. That's a good thing to do. Go hit that PayPal link. That's something that's a good, everybody can get behind that, right? DMCA notices hundreds. Yeah. Justin TV. Rapper says, LOCKBEARD, I'm subscribed to you on Rumble, but yet if it's a big channel from YouTube, Rumble pushes it. That's not good. I still think it's from that woman that runs YouTube working with Rumble. Could be. Could probably embed your YouTube to Weebly. Is there any, I mean, one, what's my learning curve, and is it going to cost me anything? And as long as I can keep from getting deleted off YouTube, I'm perfectly happy to just use YouTube. If YouTube would stop being an asshole, I would continue using Rumble, but Rumble needs to fix their shit. They need to talk to me. I've tried communicating with them, but they will not talk to me. They will not talk to me. So if Rumble won't talk to me and shit ain't working right, and I got dozens and dozens of videos locked up in limbo processing or whatever it is in the syncing tool, so they're not actually going live on my channel on Rumble. They're just sitting there in limbo. So I can't, if I can't use Rumble, what am I going to do? Rumble's fucked up, and they won't talk to me. So no, YouTube copyrights my stuff, as it's all sports. You would live stream pay-per-views to YouTube or replays. It's on at the moment, always on. You can have donation widgets on Weebly below the stream. And yes, you can take your YouTube embed and use on Weebly. Huh. Mr. Lee says, the Raptor, I just checked Rumble. Yeah, many videos up. I don't know why he's only seeing 35. This says, and I used the free version on Weebly for years, over a decade. It's been on 24/7. Damn, that's some streaming right there. So you just got like videos set on repeat or something, or let me know, like, if you want to see the stream. You could post your link here and everybody could see it. Hold on a second. Oops. I guess it would help if you had the ability to post links here, wouldn't it? Hold on a second. Make you a moderator. Boom. Boom. Oh, damn. There we go. So, yeah, you post your link and everybody can see it. Be ideal for you. Yeah, I don't know. I'll give it a thought when I got a chance. I got so much shit to worry about right now, though. AKA Harvey Dents says hello to all. Welcome. Miss Lee says if drugs were legalized, Lockbeard, unfortunately, it would be too costly. So, what do you mean? What do you mean it would be too costly? Bratcher says Mr. Lee never comment on Rebel. Maybe it's me on YouTube and other places that are not showing everything. Harvey says I would have been here sooner, but I was enjoying listening to Dogman cry like a sad little bitch he is. Yeah, I don't know what he's saying over there. I've been, people have been telling me a few things, but I don't go over to his channel, of course. Donald says I'm home finally. Frig, it's cold. Yeah. Yeah, Donald, I'm telling you, man. Like I'm not going to be able to go to Florida unless somebody will help me to get to Florida for a long time. So, I'm just going to try and keep on keeping on where I'm at. There's certain, there's reasons why I kind of have to stay in Oklahoma for now and just try to claw my way out of the hole here. And, eventually try to just figure out a way to get to Florida, right? The employers don't respond to you when you're out of state, man. They don't want to hire people from out of state. Because I've tried that and I've tried that and I've tried that. I had like one phone interview. I got one phone interview, but they didn't hire me. And so yeah, need to create us a little YouTube compound down there in Florida somewhere. Move you down there and a few others down there. And the Floridians might be looking at it and say, what is all these poor people coming down here? So we'll get to say that. Florida shouldn't just be for the rich people. We all have a right to live in a nice tropical state. But yeah, it's too. These Oklahoma winters are too damn cold too, man. Yeah, if I had like a wood stove and adequate heat, and the van's great. Like, because like I told y'all before, like I chose to move into a van years ago. The hard times hit later, or harder times, and then so it's great for most of the time. But then when you have extreme temperatures, it's really, and you can't afford like to do climate control on it properly, then you're screwed. As long as the temperatures are reasonably mild, you're okay. But oh, he must be yeah, Mr. Lee, I've been trying to figure out what the hell that's all about. Like some of my videos somehow went on to, like, it's weird. I didn't mean to create two channels, but somehow Rumble did it anyway. Like you're uploading videos and are going to your Rumble account, or you can tell them to go to your channel. And so you end up with basically having two channels somehow when you didn't create two channels. It's some kind of weird nonsense. It's one of the many, many problems with Rumble. Rumble's jacked up, man. Fish says costs nothing. How much snow? Says Uncle Bones to Donald. Fish says it's just you have to send links out to your new site would be all the work. Gotcha. Well, I could always put the link in the description of the videos, and then of course, what about chat? Like, is there chat on Weebly? No ice for fishing though. No live TV on my channel, Weebly. No live TV. Raptor says it, Mr. Lee, do you have the link for both channels? All I know is I have the newest ones that he put out on Rumble. There's Fist Like Bullets Weebly link. Hold on a second. You're welcome, man. You use ad blocker. I use the ad blocker. You say UFC is on at the moment. I'm uploading now. I don't know how resources intensive the Weebly is, but I'm trying to upload it. I'm getting this. I'm getting a little spinny symbol. Buffer. I might not be able to play shit. I don't know. I'm gonna hit pause. Whoops. No sound. Let's turn the sound off. Must be a part. That must be a commercial. You have commercials on there? UFC. Mr. Laser's Raptor, I don't know how to put Rumble links up, unfortunately. Don says, Lockbeard, I've noticed lately how mods on certain channels are like a higher class than normal subs. Or what do you mean they're a higher class than normal subs? There's two different types of mods. There is that. There's two different types of mods. But Garrett says, I never looked into Rumble and don't want to. Yeah, I'm not helping Rumble here. Rumble needs to fix their bullshit, though. You know, promises, and it's just a disaster over there. All my live streams are out of order. Half of them got the front end of them taken off them. I think I did re-upload the ones that the Rumble fucked up after I fixed them, but it was a complete pain in the ass. It took forever. Mr. Lee says, Lockbeard, if drugs were legalized, then the government would charge more than a dealer would charge you for that, for sure. Well, yeah, they would tax them. They're just like cigarettes. They tax the shit out of cigarettes. They tax the shit out of alcohol. The reason why they do that is because they know they're both addictive, and because you get addicted to cigarettes or alcohol, you basic. It's like you just have to have it, and so they tax shit out. There's no reason to tax more than other products, other than the government knows they can get away with it. That's it. The reality is they shouldn't be taxing that shit at all. And really, it'd be nice if more people just grow their own tobacco and make their own alcohol. It's not as hard as you think. Well, it depends on what you're drinking. Like I can go out here to my beehives, scrape some honey off a frame. You don't even have to take the wax out. Just funnel it into a big glass container. Put a little bit of bread making yeast in there. Yes, you can use bread making yeast. I've done it many times. The winemakers will try and tell you, like the companies selling you wine making yeast or beer making yeast, or they'll all say, oh, you need this type of yeast. That's the wrong yeast. You can't use bread yeast. Yes, you can. You can use bread yeast. It works just fine. Anyway, put some honey in a container, dilute it with some water, put a little bit of bread yeast in there, and just wait. You can filter the wax out later after you made all the alcohol. Siphon it off and leave the debris at the bottom of the container so you get, clean it out. It's better to siphon it off several times during the process of fermenting, because sometimes that layer of material that gathers on the bottom can give you a bad taste in your whatever you're making, wine or whatever. If you're using honey, then you're making mead. But yeah, you can make your own alcohol if you need alcohol. Stop paying these ridiculous prices if you can help it, or just get some sugar and some grape juice, and you can make wine all day long. Once you get set up, man, you can. Boy, I've got a lot of people drunk on my wine in college. I tell you what. I'm like, you got homemade wine? Like, yeah. One time I used a freaking trash can and made an assload of wine. But yeah, the government would tax the shit out of it. That's for sure. Yeah. But I mean, at least they're not. Anyway, at least you don't get all the other problems with it. People shouldn't be using them anyway. That's the real point. It's just not the government's business to tell people they can't do to their own body what they want, as long as they don't harm someone else. Rapper says, Mr. Lee, I understand. I was just asking Rock on Big Daddy. Donald says, Gary, you be okay until YouTube starts on your comments. This is what I used to do. Capture devices is more complicated on Weebly, but can be done for you. Just to embed your YouTube to Weebly is easy. You just have to spend time making your page. And maybe there till I die, says Donald. But here till you die, where you currently live. Posted. Have a look. Yes, Donald, check out for your own stuff. Redhead beating the crap out of a brunette. Am I able to? Let me switch over to this other layout. I don't know. It's buffering. Well, there it goes. Hopefully you two don't have a problem with that. This fits like bullets Weebly site. That's small. Can I? There we go. Stream Live TV. There's Rex Hand. Welcome. Welcome, Rex Hand. Sometimes you have to play with it and allow vids. Yeah. Yeah, stay warm if you can. Play with it when you have time, tweak it. Yeah, maybe one of these days I will. I don't know. I mean, YouTube just needs to be taken over. Kind of like Disney's about to probably happen. That dude's trying to take over the board. He owns enough of Disney, and I don't know if any of y'all are following, to be installed as the board again, to stay as the board. And he's like, you don't understand. See, I get to nominate board members too, and I'm nominating myself, and so on and so forth. So there's this whole thing. So hopefully something similar happens with YouTube, where people are sick of not making money or not making as much money as they should. Like Disney would have been Disney would have made a lot more money over these last few years if they hadn't been pushing all their political bullshit. And so they've lost. If you own Disney stock, you've lost like a ton of money, depending on how much stock you own. Like Disney's lost billions because of these assholes. And these guys think they get to stay in charge of Disney. No, you don't get to stay in charge of Disney. You quit pushing your agenda. People are sick of it. Stop, just like Eric Cartman signed Ellen Ripley in Aliens, able to face her challenges while still being able to be a woman, to be feminine. You don't have to give up being a woman and acting like a woman to be strong. Those idiots in Hollywood, but they're trying to disrupt society. They're trying to disrupt normal sexual healthy sexual behavior in humans. They want to disrupt all that. They want to disrupt normal families. They want to make you think. They want to expose kids to all kinds of craziness to mess up their heads, confuse them, and make them crazy, and create more problems in society. And then the government's always sitting there, stop screwing things up. That's what you guys do. That's all you do, is screw stuff up so that you can sit there and say, see, now you need me to fix it for you. No, I don't need you to do shit. Leave us, absolute moron, that brain dead, nutless piece of shit. Oh, I think if you had more than 10%, discrimination against white people is not reverse racism. It's just racism. And Mark Cuban, you're a racist piece of shit. Fuck you. Shut the hell up. Sit down, bitch. You nutless piece of shit. Look, white people have been very forgiving of all this bullshit out there. We're sick of it. We're sick of it. Your race card ain't going to work no more. You might take it out of the deck. We're done. We entertained that long enough. We humored you long enough. We're sick of it. You know which race? There's, they generally, they consider there to be three major races on the planet, right? Caucasoid, Negroid, Mongoloid, right? Three major races. Which one of those three got rid of racism or got rid of slavery? Right? Only one. White people, Caucasians. We abolished slavery in all of our nations. Asians can't say that. Mongoloids can't say that. And Negroids can't say that. Right? Go to Africa. There's slave trades alive and well in Africa. Shut the fuck up. White people have the very best record when it comes to slavery. Doesn't mean we never did it. I'm not saying anything like that at all. I'm not denying, nothing like that. What I'm saying is compared to the rest of you fucks, we have the best record. So kiss my ass. We are superior in how we've handled slavery compared to Asians and Africans, right? They still, y'all committed slavery, therefore you need to pay for the rest of your life. One, none of us alive today did any of that, right? So we're not guilty. And two, we abolished it in every single country that's controlled by Caucasian people. That's just facts. That's history. That's how it went down. And they also ignore the fact that there were hundreds of slave owners in the United States were black slave owners. The owner of other black people were black slave owners. They ignore that. They ignore the fact that when white people sailed up to Africa, that they didn't just jump out of the boat and start chasing a bunch of black people around the African bush. No, we did not. We purchased them from black slave masters in Africa who were enslaving black people back then, and they're continuing to enslave black people today. Other black people are enslaving those black slaves. So see, it's all bullshit, and what it all adds up to is racism against whites. They're using this as an excuse to discriminate against whites in any way they can, and they want to go in. They want to fuck up the heads of your white children because they hate you. They hate you. They're racist. They're just racist against white people, and they will not admit that is what they are. That's exactly what this is. That's their entire motivation for this. Those little white kids didn't do shit to nobody. None of the white people alive today did shit to nobody. I'm sure there's a chapter of the KKK around here somewhere, but guess what? They're just hanging out in the woods, just doing probably the same shit that South Park showed them doing. But they're not lynching people. They're not, they might have a weird perspective on some shit, but they're not doing anything but dressing in a funny costume in the woods and holding a very unpopular opinion on some shit. The country is not controlled by the Triple K Club. It's just not. Or neo Nazis, or, they try to call us Nazis and stuff. When the left is acting like Nazis, trying to control your free speech and destroy books and destroy that, they're literally acting like Nazis. They'll sit there and call the other side Nazis. It's funny. That's projection. That's exactly what Dogman UK does. He points at you saying, you're this, you're vile, when he's sitting there being vile. It's the same old bullshit. Live stream, oh yeah, commercials. So yeah, commercials. Gotcha. Donald says one of the first responders channels I sub to, it's like an achievement to get mod status. It shouldn't be that way. An achievement, like they got to, like I don't understand, like they got to pay for membership or something in order to be a mod. I just need to be able to trust who the mods are. Is all I need. I need to be able to trust that they aren't going to go, go on personal banning rampage or anything like that. Mainly, I just want you guys to be able to post the link if you want to, but, and then, if you want to, anything, but, if you want to ban a real bot, or something like that, or if someone drops an N-bomb in here, the bad N-word, you can delete that comment. Don't ban the person, but maybe delete that comment. But if someone does that, I don't know how they get away with it here though. YouTube tends to filter that stuff out, I think. But yeah, so I don't know about that. Making it an achievement of some kind. Your achievement is that I trust you with the freaking wrench, right? That's your achievement. I'm sick of seeing mods on other channels go on banning rampages and boom. See if the machine's stuttering on me here. Boom. There we go. Fist says it's interesting. Years ago, my cable provider internet would sting me. I would go over the limit doing 24/7, but now we have unlimited and I'm not using my own cables to stream. I'm just embedding. I can use my cable, but why bother? Yeah. Donald says, Rex, you hating me? Is Rex hating on you? The internet needs to be pretty good to watch. Yeah, it was definitely bogging me down. Because so you wouldn't show it. You will get closed. So might lose control. Well, if I don't think I fucked it up. I think because it was stopping and copyrighted. Don't show too much. Copyrighted. Yeah. It was buffering enough. I think I'd be okay as long as it buffered every several seconds. Like they can't. It's essentially like if I was stopping it. Donald says, yes, I'm sitting on 400K house that is ready for another apartment. I have to be here to keep squatters out. So you're in a place where, like, if you try to let your house set empty, like somebody will break in and try to live in it? And is that one of those places where you have a hard time, um, like the government won't back you up, it's your own property, and they'll let the squatter stay? I hate that shit. That stuff's stupid. What kind of morons allow that to happen? It's your property. You have a right to kick people out if you want to. I seen where, what was that video a while back where, like, he waited for the squatters to go somewhere, like kept an eye out and waited for them to go somewhere, and then he went up there and he took all their shit out of the house, changed the locks on the doors and stuff like that. If you weren't live streaming this, yeah, it'd probably work fine if I wasn't also live streaming. It's a lot of data flying back and forth. Thought you were listening to the Moke show and hating on me. Yeah. Well, maybe Mogs will come around and figure out he's kind of, he's gotten a little defensive about some stuff, and then calling for the deletion of people's channels. That's not cool. Um, again, I'll say again, Mogs was like saying, when you call out people for being hoaxers and stuff, you don't know where they are, where they mentally are, and they might have a problem. Basically, he was suggesting they might harm themselves because of being challenged as hoaxers, right? Well, what do you think it does to someone when their YouTube channel gets shut down and taken away, that they put a lot of work into, right? You were bitching because your channel was your video was taken down. Well, what if your whole channel was taken away? Do you know how much of a hit that is? And you're sitting there, and there's 4 different clips that I took out of that live stream, and and where you said that, where you were, you know, trying to encourage people to report our channels to get our channels taken down. Mogs, that's not cool, man. That's not cool at all. You trying to act like you're concerned about people's mental health for being challenged as hoaxers, but then you don't give a fuck about someone's mental health if their YouTube channel gets taken down. See, you're a hypocrite. Now you're just a fucking hypocrite. You're starting to piss me off now. You can disagree with me. That's cool. But when you start trying to get someone's channel taken down, that's some goddamn bullshit. So, you want war? We got it. We got war. We got a YouTube war, motherfucker. Smoke shot. Yeah. God, maybe he'll come around, realize he bet on the wrong people. Like, and Mogs, UK Dogman, you had him on your show. You were perfectly fine with him calling Nikki Miss Piggy, and now UK Dogman has turned on LIB. Now what are you gonna do? How are you gonna explain that shit? You were okay with, you told him, I got the clip. I put it on that short. You're just fine with Dogman UK. Why? Because you're biased as fuck, man. You're biased as hell, and that's it. And you're being defensive because you're being challenged a little bit, and you don't think anyone wants to challenge you. That's fine. I don't like being challenged either. Don't you dare challenge me out there, none of you. Actually, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I might respond, but I'm not calling for anyone. No one go report anyone's channel because of something I said. If you do what you want to do. I'm just saying I'm not calling for anyone to report anyone's channel. I think everyone should have the freedom of speech to say what they want. I, however, have the freedom of speech to respond to whatever fucked up shit they say. And so that's the way it should be. It's all good, man. Raptor says Donald Fuller Mogs is still hating on you. Take the stream off, in my opinion, or you will get shut down. Done did. Donald says, Gary, I had a short removed in half an hour last week. Found the threshold there. delete all this MMA stuff. We should be fine because as long as the clip's really short. Like I know it looked like it was on there continuously, but it kept stopping and buffering. I wasn't watching it the whole time very well, but it should have been. It should be fine because it was stopping. But because it's still within fair use. Like you have so many seconds. I can't remember exactly how many. This says you could try if you want to see your stream on my page one day. I can have multiple streams, one below each other. Donald says, Raptor, if you will align with Fantasy Bigfoot, you'll be okay at Mogs and Stevie's. If it says one day when you want, let me know. I will embed your live stream there and see if it runs smooth. It's up to you. If you want to, I don't care if you do, but you do what you want. Gary says, I don't know if I'm going to use it. I don't know. I don't know if Weebly's right for me or one of these days I might take a look at it, see if it's something I want to do. But what I need is for just YouTube to, stop throttling me. I need to get monetized. I need to be bringing in some money to pay for this shit. It would be better if I could do the paid version of StreamYard, for example. Canva, I am on the paid version of Canva still, so that still costs me a little bit. And I've had this computer for, I don't know, 3 years, I think. It's getting to where probably, one, it's just not able to handle everything I'm trying to do. And two, it's just, 3 years, the computer's starting to get old, these days. So I need to upgrade that. And, I need to be able to get some really, really good internet and an actual place where I can have a real studio and set some stuff up and be comfortable enough to where my hands aren't freezing or my computer isn't trying to shut down because it's too hot, because there's no climate control. I'm just out here in a van. Yeah. So a lot of issues that increased income, because I do have some income, but it's not adequate. And, I got bills that I'm not prepared to disclose, and, because people don't need to know all my business. Right. But, but yeah, so, not the sharpest knife in the stack. This says the little X on locks is a ad. If blocked, the stream may run smoother for it. What? The little X? But get it off. It won't affect me, but this stream will be closed. I'm pretty far behind in chat, ain't I? Donald says, Gary, they're hitting people's comments and chats, and you will never know they deleted it unless you toggle between chats and top chats. Yeah, even then, I think some of them are hidden. I think even if you go to top chat or live chat, that's there's still stuff. There's stuff that's still hidden, I think. Not to show your channel. Oh, he went into time. Oh, well, it'll be fine because it was buffering every couple seconds. So, like, I can't remember how many seconds it is, but you have so many seconds where it's still, like with shorts and shorts, I think pretty much you can show just about anything copyrighted in shorts, I think. Because like almost all my shorts are copyrighted material, but because it's a short, it's under a certain amount of time. They can't really. Sometimes it does though, because I'm not sure where the boundaries are. Like sometimes they'll come back and it doesn't give me a strike. It just says it's blocked. Like you can't. It won't show in anywhere. So I'll go ahead and just delete that particular short. Most of the time, it says it's copyrighted, but it refers to the YouTube Shorts policy, and it's still allowed to show. So So yeah. Raptor says that Donald, I've been blocked for 6 months from them dum dums, and they don't even go out research Bigfoot in Florida. Them two don't know anything about Bigfoot. Yeah, Florida is some of those areas, and I don't know where they are in Florida. I think they're Central Florida somewhere, but there's some places there that's some good spots, and you always got good weather, warm weather. I mean, unless there's hurricanes or something. But you know, I don't know. There may be other factors though why they can't research. I don't necessarily think everybody needs to be researching. Well, one, they're not really researchers. Most of these people calling themselves researchers aren't Bigfoot researchers. They're not researchers at all. They're people going out and just kind of poking around. They're not scientifically trained. Sometimes they'll learn proper collection of biological materials a little bit, but they'll learn a few things. But it's hard to call it. It's investigator, maybe. That's even a strong word for some of these people. They're really just kind of going out camping, hoping to see, an animal that they think is out in the woods, and that's really about it. I'm trying to catch up, Mr. Lee. Rant tonight, yeah. They align with hoaxers like LAB and hucksters like Nona Boss. Yeah. Yeah, Nona Boss was going off, so I don't know. I feel like I need to. I feel like it would be good for me to make a video response to the two live streams. I'm sure she said more since those two live streams. I saved a copy of both those live streams where she was, you know, talking about people, and haven't checked it in a bit. Forgotten him. Never happened. Scroll down, look. Yeah, Fist. I know. I'm seeing I'm way behind. But yeah, the stream's still going though. It should be fine. A few seconds is fine. Seen the lost my wrench. Did you ever have a wrench? You had a wrench. Hold on a second. Because this is a new channel. again. So there's probably a few people still that had a wrench in the channel before, but the channel's been deleted since. So not everybody's gotten a wrench. They're not here very often, and or they didn't. Where are you at? I must be pretty far behind, Chad. Hold on, I'm trying to sort this. Ugh. Hold on. I can't find you. There you are. All right. Gary Johnson says, if I was a mod, I'd delete everyone just because I could. Yeah, that's why you're not a mod, Gary. Help build up a lot of channels, bring down Steve Coles, Nikki, Pine Island Research, and Untold Radio. Bring them all down. Yeah. Mr. Lee says, Rexhand, you probably have a ranch on Lockbeard's other channel. On my old channel. On the old channel, he would, but yeah. He's got one now, though. Yeah, the lagging mess. Lagging definitely saved me. I'm glad it was. I'm glad it was lagging because of that. Because immediately I thought, I was like, well, this could be a copyright issue, except it's lagging, so we're probably good. Sure, you should try Weebly. That can help out if you need. Okay. I'll give it some thought. Donald says, I won't Donald says, I won't, Nikki, but there are some guests on the other channels. I don't have any credence in Raptor. Not a mod. Yeah, Raptor says that's why you're not a mod. And Raptor's not a mod because he don't want to be. Yeah, I just did. You're speaking Greek. Built i5. I don't even know what that means. First gen from 2000, still going strong. So you built a good computer back in the day. Donald says, yeah, Vermont sucks for landlords. Yeah, a lot of places do. They suck for landlords. You know, so I don't know what you do about that, you know. What do you do, you know? If you can't kick someone out of your house, don't belong in your house, and you got a problem. New Windows, new capture devices are regulated. Apple lover. I've actually been pretty pleased with it. It took a while to get used to it, but I've actually been pretty pleased with it compared to the other. Because I on any other computer I've had, I'm usually end up at the damn computer repairman once a year at least, and I really haven't with this. It's had some problems here and there, but usually I can get it handled online. So and it isn't that big. It isn't as big an issue, or pain in the ass, or shut me down for a couple weeks or anything like that. Fist says to sites they only allow you to stream to sites the regulated sites so that's part of the other comment there. Yeah, Apple will run it, but I don't know enough about Apple. Only my iPhone AI have had. Your comments are breaking up into any new to Apple or PC Windows regulated, same as cable boxes. If you use HDMI, you get caught. If you use your component red, green, blue, they won't care. Huh. Catchflies are all HDMI now, so they shut down true HD streams. Mr. Lee says, I don't see a lot of people on Moog's chat no more. Where have all the mods gone to? I don't know. I mean, he might be running some people off. I don't know. I haven't been paying much attention. Other than when he's over there having a bad take on me or Brent or anybody else. He's over there hanging out there with LIB, you know, a known, fully proven hoaxer, liar, and thief, you know, and whatever the reason behind it is, you know, because people keep insinuating to me that there is a reason, and I'm like, well, you know, it's just like, you know, if someone murders you, well, I don't care why you murdered me. What I care about is that you murdered me. Okay, it doesn't matter why. It matters what you did. It matters what you did. Donald says, Lockbeard, that Mogs will never turn when CBB rules the roost. Yeah, you know, and I think we've kind of been able to pick out that that's what's going on here. If he did not have whatever the connection is between him and her, he might have been open-minded to the idea of the challenge I had, you know, and others have had, you have had as well, that of what they claim they saw on the rim, you know, that because it's not that it's, look, they can come to that they can come to their claim. I'm not even sure exactly what they're trying to say that it is, but when you won't even consider another idea of what it is that happened there, you won't even consider it, and it's far more reasonable than what you're saying, because, you know, you're saying you saw some kind of weird creatures there. But what my explanation for what happened is pretty mundane. It's boring. People, they don't want the boring. They want the fantasy world. And some people are embarrassed that they got tricked, that their minds played tricks on them, that their eyes played tricks on them. So they're embarrassed, they're ashamed, and they won't admit it. Their ego, their pride won't let them admit that they got tricked. And so so basically, we're not we got people that are not going to consider the more reasonable explanation that I think is the case, and use it as a learning experience so that people going forward, including the ones that were there on the rim, can, next time they're in a weird situation, they can recognize better when their eyes are playing tricks on them, when their mind's playing tricks on them, when there's a trick of light and shadow, um, you know, and not get spooked and think they're seeing faces and shadows or anything like that. I'm trying to help you immunize yourselves against that kind of stuff happening again as easily. But if you won't even try, if you won't even admit that that's possibly what happened, you're not even going to try to immunize yourself and become better able to see past tricks of light, pareidolia, um, or just your eyes playing tricks on you, your mind playing tricks on you. Fatigue, um, oxygen deprivation, pressure changes, all these things come into play. There are multiple different avenues of potential causes in their situation, right? It wasn't just one. You had there were definitely fatigue involved. You go on a long drive like that, you're fatigued. Even if you're not the one driving, you're fatigued. So mental fatigue is going to cause you to be confused about things and and sometimes think you see things that you didn't actually see. There was definitely I forget the name of the phenomenon in the video. You could clearly see what the trick of light. What I forget what the name of the phenomenon is, but that was definitely at play. You're in an unfamiliar place and you're spooked. That was at play. Oxygen levels would have been different. They were way higher of elevation. When you go to 7,000 feet from freaking Florida, you have a major change in elevation. So you got pressure change and oxygen change, or air. So you're getting less oxygen, and the pressure change is going to mess with you too. So there were multiple different things adding up to they were mistaken. And that's it. I'm not trying to attack them. I'm just saying, look, in this situation, you were mistaken, and you were spooked, and they heard some gunshots. They thought, and so all this adds up to they they were mistaken. Mass formation psychosis, or um, mass psychopathic. I forget the names for it. There's different names for it, but basically, it's where people become convinced. Mass hysteria, sometimes they call it, where people become convinced of something that isn't true and actually start to manifest. Like, you can manifest physical symptoms of a disease under these circumstances sometimes because your mind believes it happens. You'll actually get sick if you believe you're going to become sick. A lot of that occurred during the so-called pandemic, which it wasn't. It was not what they said it was. It was not a pandemic. It wasn't. It was not. Anyone could have gone outside and just thought if they just thought for half a second, there's no dying people in the street. No dying people in the street. That should be the first sign. Okay. There weren't any dying people in the street. What we had was a normal flu season. Flu statistics were swept under the rug, and relabeled as the C word 19 thing. The news was even reporting on that in some places. That what happened to the flu? The flu didn't just take a break that year. Okay. Yeah, the flu didn't just take a break. Okay. The flu was still there. They were just calling it C-19 to scare you and pull all kinds of bullshit. They've been caught in this lie. It's just that half the country's still in denial about it. And then they injected you with poison, and which has killed um, so many people. It's probably going to be hard to even calculate how many people are actually who have died from that injection on purpose. It was a genocide, planned, conducted by our governments on purpose. I know a lot of people are finding it hard to eat this bitter pill, but it's the goddamn truth. And there's been plenty of doctors trying to expose it. They had that one doctor who went before the UN, uh, EU, and all that stuff, trying to say, look, this is what happened. This is what they did. There were certain batches that were formulated to kill people, and we have all these people. You hear died suddenly a lot. You saw the documentary "Died Suddenly." It's not here on YouTube because they ban it because it's the truth that there is something going on. Um, you know, so yeah, that was a mass psychosis thing too. Everyone has some level of susceptibility to these forms of mass psychosis. It's just how bad it is. And do you ever try to immunize yourself against that by thinking about it, accepting that it can happen to you, and being willing to try and be better able to not be um, susceptible to that kind of thing. Fish says, "Yeah, I love the world on underground streaming and have been part of it since 2007. So anything I can help you with, let me know." Cool, thank you, man. Definitely give it some thought. Maybe, but I mean, I need to be able to earn income though, and YouTube's the best way to do it right now that I'm aware of. It's got the reach, the audience. Everyone's on YouTube, and so it's hard not to have to deal with YouTube. Um, like the quartering, Jeremy at the quartering did make a good point about this. Like, effectively, YouTube's practically got a monopoly, and that needs to be dealt with. I don't know if I don't know. Would it get me more subs? I don't know. Uncle Mo says my Omen laptop is 3 years old, still got the juice. Yeah, I mean it's still functioning. It's just after 3 years, you kind of got to think about, you know, I guess, and it depends on what you're trying to do, but you can go a decade with the same computer, but if you're going to keep up with the program and starting with a computer, like I wish I'd bought the MacBook Pro instead of the MacBook Air, because back then I had the money, and but I was trying to save money, so would have been way better off if I got the MacBook Pro as far as functionality. But so if I can, that's probably what I'll go with the next time around if I don't get like a real PC that can handle some serious video editing and all this other stuff. Can't believe that come by. He probably got bored with us because he's not really getting under he's trying to get under our skin, but it ain't working. And we're mostly just laughing at him. Fist says that little X I noticed on when you had my stream on was an ad, is what I meant. Was an ad, like an advertisement. Raptor says Donald Nikki doesn't have anything new or different. She's getting her information from Thomas Steenberg. I would bring her down too. Yeah, I mean, I think we should let her be. Raptor. I mean, how many of these, you know, she's had to deal with the Judy thing. She's figured out the Judy thing. Hopefully she's starting to see, a lot of these people are, you can't trust them. You can trust Lockbeard to try to get to the truth, right? I'm going to try to get to the truth. And and if your friend, and Mogs complained about me saying, a better friend. Basically what I'm saying is the better friend the person just who will lie to you just because it makes you feel better, or is your better friend the person who will tell you what the truth is so that you can overcome the problem, right? And there you have it. Nikki kind of got sucked in there with Mogs about the rim thing. These are my friends, blah blah. But that was a situation of bias, right? Because your friends said this, and you have to defend your friends, you think, because but you were actually biased if you're not willing to consider that they were mistaken. We did have a mass psychosis situation there. um then you have some bias. Sleep Beauty's here. What's up, Thug Life? It's cold, burr. Yeah. um there's Dogman UK. See you going after LIB all of a sudden, man. What's up? Did you watch episode 38 of Lockbeard Phenomena and figure out, holy shit, that was an open and closed case? He did steal, he did lie. Um, we bringing up the dog man. Speaking of the duck, yeah. Speaking of the duck, you can have ads and revenue on there. Also, I just don't bother with all that. Uh, I just wonder what the reach is. How many people. Donald, you summoned him. Yeah, you summoned him. Uncle Bones. Oh, there's the link to Dogman's channel. Interesting. Says Duck. Donald says Duck, let me talk about them fake orbs you put on your other channel, smoky orbs. Expose the hoaxes. Yeah, sure. Raptor says, thank you, Uncle Bones. That's the one I was looking for. That's the original, I think. No, it's not the original. The original got deleted for myself. Never try to be a researcher. If I did, I'd be like the rest of them, knowing nothing. I mean, I think people should try to be a researcher, but they need to understand when, what makes a real researcher, right? Donald has the powers. Smoky orbs, yeah. Nothing conclusive. Nothing conclusive. You can say not fake all day long, but I don't see anything conclusive there. Whatever, man. She said he was a drill bit. He was a drill bit. Deborah said or for one, Duck, why are you going after her? Number two, but number one, but number two, she said you were a drill bit, a boring tool. That's freaking awesome. Come at you all again. Well, you can, but we don't care. You're a joke, dude. You end up like Volt, or you'll end up deleted again or something because do you do things, you say things, you do things on your channel that are policy violations, and YouTube will come get you. Raptor says at Lockbeard, there's no Bigfoot in Florida. That was all made up in the '80s from TV shows. Central Florida Bigfoot. He's outside of town doing research. Come on, guys. No, I think it's a possibility. There's shit in Florida you wouldn't believe, man. There is shit in Florida You would not believe. And the wildlife can move all throughout there. People try to act like the wildlife couldn't move. They don't understand the wilds of Florida, man. I mean, I haven't been spent a lot of time in Florida. There's very little, but I've been in some of that. That's some thick ass jungle shit. Some of that, man. Even getting up into North Florida, and any animal could, they might have to jump across the road or go underneath a bridge or something in some places to pass the road. I mean, obviously, because there's roads crisscrossing. That's everywhere though. There's roads crisscrossing everywhere. But the wildlife can move in and out of Florida just fine. That's not a problem. And you're starting to get into some hills and mountains up there in the very north end there, and up in the going into Georgia and all that. Yeah, the wildlife can move, and Sasquatch being far more intelligent, they can move too. So I think people are underestimating Florida. You got mountain lion. Well, they call it they don't what do they call it in Florida? The Florida puma, or what are they? I don't remember what they call them in Florida, but they're mountain lion. They're a type of mountain lion down there. You got freaking just all kinds of stuff down there. So you could have some Sasquatch down there, and they could hide pretty easily. Yeah, he's see, that's what I'm talking about. You just calling people, names, pussy. You don't really make any points. Uh, you ain't playing no more, huh? Yeah, I offered plane fare and you chicken out. Go away. You're a joke, man. Raptor says, Lockbeard, you give me a wrench, knucklehead. I thought you said you didn't want a wrench. What are you talking about? You told I gave you a wrench, and then you told me to take it away. You didn't want it no more. Uh, oh, shut up, man. Get out of here. Donald says LB has no good explanation for what he did to Anthony from S4. Yeah. See, so sensitive. He's just a Scottish troll, man. Awesome dog, man. Bring the subs. Dude, you earned it though. You've been coming at all of us like a little bitch this whole time, and you expect us not to say anything about it? Kiss my ass. You're a joke. You're just a Scottish troll. If you're Scottish at all. I think William Wallace would be very disappointed in you. Yeah, I guess he don't anymore. That notion about Stevie B, just saying, yeah. Yeah. Got him wrapped around that little finger. Coming for Uncle and Donald, fuckhead. Noobs. How about you just don't bother anybody and just stay in your own lane over there? Stop just attacking people. I mean, you're in my chat. I know you're gonna go on your channel and say, "Oh, they're attacking me," blah blah blah. No, we're over here on my channel talking amongst ourselves. You don't have to come here. You came here. You started shit first. The only reason I ended up going to your chat that one day is because you started shit first. So I went to check it out, tested you, and confirmed that you were easy to provoke. By saying something, I can't remember what I said about Scottish people. I actually love the Scottish people. I love Scottish culture. Um, would be great to visit Scotland one day. I hope I don't see you though, because you seem to be a complete asshole. So for no good reason, you're attacking people that don't deserve to be attacked, and now you're attacking LIB, but the way you go about it is wrong, right? Right, right. You say right a lot, right, right, right. I mean, half of what you say is the word right. You need to stop saying the word right, 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 right. It's really hard to listen to you, Scottish troll. You say right too much. Yeah, didn't watch your channel, man. Oh, you did? You already did? You already Damn, that was quick. Embedded it to your stream. Um, okay, my turn. Ladies, bring it. You all never learn, know nothings. I don't know what we're supposed to learn other than you call people vile while being vile yourself, and you never make any reasonable points about anything. You just sit there and insult people. Rex says 8 miles a minute for months at a time. What? Like traveling? That you're traveling? Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. I'll take some subs. I finally started climbing. YouTube ratcheted me down for like a week there. Complete like I was stuck at 438 or 439 for like a week there. I don't know what caused it. So um I deleted a couple of things that I thought were the problem, and then I ended up re-uploading one of them or what. Yeah, and then I changed the mention of Rumble in all of my descriptions. Um, all I did, like Rumble's still there, but I took the link. Well, did I even have the link over there? Anyway, the link's not on there, but it mentions Rumble. But the L in Rumble, the letter L in Rumble is replaced with an uppercase I. So hopefully that confuses the algorithm. Because I mean, apparently there's some kind of issue. YouTube don't want the Rumble mentioned. Now it's going to hear me say Rumble several times on the stream probably, but it was in every description, so I changed that to see if that does anything. I don't know if that's the reason, but started this slow increase in number of subscribers again. Um, like I said, I was stuck at 439, I think it was, for about a week. But now slowly climbing up, and I'm at 454 right now. So we'll see what happens when I get to 500. You can apply for partial monetization. There's another like the number of views. I gotta get the views too, though. It's not just the number of subs, but yeah, that'd be cool if I got more. I don't know what kind of exposure he gets on that site, but yeah. Learn to write a sentence and spell words. Dogman. Fist says, yeah, maybe slow night on my page, but just to see if it worked. Test run, and it worked 100%. Cool. Thank you, man. Um, okay, go ahead. I don't care. you're you're a joke, you Scottish troll. Yeah, he's just a joke, Raptor. He's a troll, man. Scottish troll. Watch Lock and the fights on one page. There you go. Donald says, I still say they released something that they were hoping would be worse. Um, maybe, maybe. There's just so much that points to there was nothing, or maybe they released it. Maybe they just maybe they released something to so they could say that there was something li- like a germ that could be detected, but the germ actually didn't do anything. But what we can see is like nobody actually passed away from it. If you look at all the problems there, the statistics being stolen from the flu and all that, people started dying after they rolled out the jab. you know, and I think that's what they were trying to off people with, and I think it was less effective than they probably wanted. But it's been effect, hopefully they end up paying for this, right? Because this was a horrendous genocidal crime, and there's people still dropping dead, and they'll keep dropping dead for years and years to come if they got the jab even once and they got the wrong batch, because it was certain batches that were tainted, and that was presented to the was it the UN or the EU, whichever one that doctor went, and he was trying to say, look, this is what happened. And when you look at stuff like the Pfizer and all them being immune to getting sued or whatever for 75 years or whatever, yeah, yeah, they were setting this all up so they can get away with injecting everybody with poison and killing a bunch of people and not have to pay the price for that, which should probably be a firing squad aiming at their feet and working their way slowly up. I don't know. They've killed so many people. Um, Dude, you attacked us first. So shut the fuck up, you whiny little bitch, and go back to your channel and make your stupid streams. We don't care. Get ready. Okay. Still be using YouTube but embedded on your own site. So it just automatically streams over there. Yeah, hey, you're just trolling though, dude. I don't know what to believe from where you stand. I don't think you stand for anything. I think you're just a Scottish troll. You sticking up for who? You're not sticking up for everybody. You're attacking everybody. Raptor says we need to get Locke to bring the dog man so we can hear his voice on channel. No, 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 no. That'll be very bad. Because if he's on my screen and he puts something on my screen, like somebody went on, who was it? Nikki's sister's channel, or was that Nikki's channel where they went on and showed some nudity? I don't know who that was, but I think see, if he does that, he can get the channel shut down. So you got to be able to trust the people you put on your screen. That's part of the reason why I kind of don't want to do it, unless it's somebody I trust. There's no way he's getting on my screen. That guy is unhinged. He's a liar, and he's a troll. So no, can't trust him. Don says my dad was building powerful computers, but damn, did he buy junk parts? Yeah, see you later, dude. You can go on, dog man. Come on, dog. Raptor says, "Come on, dog man. Mark has the StreamYard for free. You can come on here. Come on, Big Daddy." No, he's not getting on my stream. He needs to stop spamming my chat. Donald says, "Raptor Nikki is doing fine. You can't be mad because you got the spanner. She is very easy to influence." Fists Like Bullet says you would have to embed YouTube chat also. I haven't looked into that yet, but yeah, I'm sure it's possible. I'll play around this week with your streams and let you know. Cool. Cool. Well, one of the things that's been an issue is like if it get deleted. So I re-uploaded all my old live streams on this new channel now, right? But it doesn't bring the chat with it. So I don't like that. I don't know which type they use where they actually have they'll have the chat over here on this side of the screen. Um, I think that might be better for me than relying, because then it's on the screen. I mean, at least I'm pulling up most stuff here, but I can't pull up all comments. Especially if we get more and more people in the chat in the future. I just won't be able to do it. It's not humanly possible. So, but if the chat's running up right here, everybody can still see the chat. So it's cool. So like as I skip Dogman UK here just to see what Donald says, I'm multitasking. Let's talk Ducky. Still think Dogman is a woman? Be careful about assuming those genders. Donald says, Dogman, I recorded it and we'll do the same thing on my channel this spring when I can have a fire outside. Fist says, UK Dogman is becoming a flake. I don't know, man, what the heck. Says something interesting. Tell us something. Yeah, he don't say anything interesting. Panther. Yeah, Panther. Florida Panthers. Yeah. Yeah. And Jaguars. Yeah. Pretty sure they got Jaguars. Um, in this, you're like, learn to write a sentence. It might help if you write a sentence, an actual sentence, and spell some words correctly, at least half the words. Spell half the words correctly. Don says, Dogman, you can be solid and bring forth honest evidence on here. I'll let you in the club. Dogman, what color is your tartan? And his response is, what color is your ass? Yeah. Donald says, first there's large cats up here in the Northeast. Fifth, there's large cats up here in the Northeast. Yeah. Yeah. Well, those, it don't matter what anybody says. The mountain lions are all over all of the United States. They're in all the United States except for Hawaii. And so, those forced people um, who say differently are full of shit. There's mountain lions everywhere. And whose stream was it the other day? They had the guys from the Cryptoholic show, and they showed the video from here in Oklahoma where it was a trail cam or game cam picture of an African lion that is probably, they think possibly was one of the cats released from that dude with that crazy dude, the crazy TV show Tiger King. They think that this lion could have been released from his place. So anyway, so we may very well have a female African lion running around freaking Oklahoma. That's not a good situation. I don't think. Well, it's not good for the humans. It's good for nature because there used to be a really big lion in America. There's supposed to be a big lion like that in America. And they got wiped out along with the saber tooth. The saber tooths were a little smaller in size, but they had those big freaking teeth and some other big cats. We had several different types of big cats that were here. So African lion would actually be refilling a niche that is supposed to be here. So from a natural perspective, there's supposed to be lions here. So African lion isn't exactly the same, but it's better than not having a lion at all as far as the natural ecosystem goes. But it's not good for the humans because the lion might eat a person, right? Or our pets. It might eat some people's cats and dogs. Donald says, Dog man, you reading my chats? Simmer down. I'll let you in the clubhouse. Oh yeah. Fist says, Donald, I'm Canadian. What's the area northeast for you? Sleeping Beauty says, are you autistic? Dog man. Raptor says, I said it and it changed. It's not to give me a wrench, knucklehead. I thought so. I thought you didn't like wrenches. New name here says, Christ brings a sword. Says, I made a video, victory for Taiwan. Now my views are going down, down, down. So are you just dropping in to get people to come look at your video? I mean, welcome to the chat. This New England. Silly boy leaving my man alone. What are you talking about? Rex says that's what I'm talking about. Traveling. Traveling. Yeah, not to give you a wrench. That's what I thought you wanted. This says I'm sure cougars are all over the continent and bobcats. Yeah, bobcats are everywhere. The cougars are everywhere. They lie though. They say they're not, but they are. Stranger Bet's video. Yeah. It happens. You if you're supportive of Taiwan, they're not YouTube's not gonna be, China, 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 right? Yeah, they got certain range that they want. They like, yeah, like the cold. And whatever, dog man. Artificial love robots, same thing. Yeah, we need to hurry up and get those rolled out. Think dog man's a bitch. I mean female. If you say so. About this trouble in Yemen, got to strike violent content. Yeah. Fist says I'm from BC and living in Alberta. We have many big cats and all kinds of predators. Okay. Whatever, dog man. Sword says reading your Bible and praising the Lord is our ticket out of this mess. Gary says I would never go on a channel like Dogman UK. Jeez. Yeah. You can't even get Gary over there. Donald says Fest, absolutely. I watched one prowl a partridge that was submerged under fresh snow. Have no idea how the cat was able to detect the bird was there, but the hunt was awesome. They know Donald catch a mouse under the snow or grass in different seasons. They have amazing hearing. Yeah. Dogman's a woman. Dude, what are you even talking about? Seriously? Get handled same way. Yeah. He's just trolling, man. Just straight up trolling. Fist says, and all wildcats or canines are such great sense of smell, hearing. Yeah. Yes, you embed it to the site, drag and drop. Drag and drop. Dog man, you will ruin your YouTube future. Go ahead and do it. Actually, see what happens. Just started recording. Big mistake, dog man. Says Donald. Fist says again, it's not as of course like YouTube and all that, but it was for me to avoid typical platforms and still be relevant. And I don't know, for me, I can't stream to the so-called common platforms. And yes, Chat and Go is like that on the side, but not sure about YouTube. Might be limited. We will test it out. Sounds no, he ain't Batmom, Raptor. Dogman is not Batmom. The fuck? Hurry up, man. Get the smear campaign going. Yeah, Donald, tell him. Angel says Raptor knows she can spell. I don't know if it was him or not, but I think he would do something like that to try and get my channel taken down. So he wants he's trying to get us to let him come on our channels. That he's trying to say that Brent wouldn't debate him. Well, Brent tried to. Brent said, "Hey, bring me on your live stream," but he wouldn't bring Brent on his live stream. What he's trying to do is get people instigated enough to let him on their channel so that he can pull some bullshit like he's been doing. And you know, but on screen though, like to try to get it shut down. He wants to try to get it shut down. So I think he would do something like that. Um, the ones that have let him on are people that he likes and they're supporting him. So, yeah. Anyway, he's not getting on my screen. Being sick of being limited booted from the mainstream sites, so I had to create my own. Yeah, it sucks, man. Fighting the boots. Comment up, talk, text. Change the way you post. Yeah, you gotta be real careful. That talk to text is ridiculous. It was on Susie's show. Yeah. Yeah, not sure who did that, but it was on her show. Isn't it still up though? It somehow managed to not get booted or something. Fist says I do a different thing than you, but used to do what you do. So again, I will look into what is available or might help you out if it's worth it to you. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it I don't know what it would benefit me. Is it going to is it going to bring more traffic to the YouTube? Because YouTube's where the payout might happen if they monetize me, but they might tell me no. Even once I get the basic level, YouTube might tell me kick rocks. So I don't know. I might be just doomed. Might be just doomed. Like everything else, just doomed. Same thing. It's coming, Ducky. Fish says off topic, who's smarter, Leon Musk, Elon, or Bob Lazar, or is Bob credible? I don't know for sure. Bob might have just saw what they wanted him to see, kind of thing. Raptor says that Donald, that was on her show two days ago. I didn't get to watch it yet. No, we're talking about something that happened like weeks ago. Yeah, like a month ago. Yeah. I don't know if Bob's legit for sure. I think he probably legit saw some stuff, but he don't know what it is. He don't know what he actually saw. They might have fed him some misinformation. If he saw some advanced spaceships that the military has acquired, I don't think it comes from aliens. I think it's left over from ancient humans. Like the ancient civilization was very advanced. And so I think that that's where that technology is actually coming from. It's not alien at all. It's human. Story's interesting. Yeah, it is. It is. He seems to be, I think he's legit. But he don't know. I don't think he knows, the origin of the technology that he saw. We're free here in Alberta. When I heard that years ago, I was like, "What the f?" But it's true. We are rat free. You're rat free in Alberta because of the bobcats. They eat them all. I don't have any email or anything like that. All I have is YouTube, so I can't do that. My lawyer will look into all this. I don't know. I don't want to get anybody in trouble. That's why I don't make videos. You still have it. So I guess Donald still has a copy of that. video. Strict Rat Patrol. There's Squatching Cowboy. He came in at a good time. He missed the Dog Man dude. Keep him warm. There's Icon. Icon's here too. Welcome, Cowboy. Welcome, Icon. Can spell comment. Raptor says, Donald, that's why I asked you if you guys have a link to certain videos of what you're talking about here on YouTube so I can watch. Thanks. You know what? I don't know. Like, how do you put like if Donald, if you uploaded that video clip to YouTube, even if you kept it unlisted, I think they would still might strike you. So you might want to. So Raptor, what I'm saying is, Raptor, I don't think there's any way for him to show it to you, because it's against YouTube policy to have that video on YouTube. So yeah, what's happening? Donald says, Raptor, she is in our club on Messenger. She's great for getting me info, for taking fakes down. Looks like I'm focusing on a new subject, Duckman. I think Duckman wandered off. Mr. Lee says, Icon, the frost and ice have dissipated now. We have hurricane winds. Crazy, man. Hurricane, huh? Hurricane in the UK? Yeah, he was. He was, Icon. How long you think Duckman has this new channel? I don't know. He'll probably get banned. I mean, he might play it cool for a while, but he's bound to get himself banned again because he's going to insist on, well, doing what he does. 2 feet of snow, -22. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm glad it didn't get that cold here. We got snow. We got negative, I think -3 was the lowest. I don't want any more of that. Not while I don't have heat. I don't have heat. Cowboy says Deion Sanders is too legit to quit. Them people up there, they know how to handle some cold, man. They can handle it. He'll just get in his tractor. Somebody blocked me. Is Sheldon on my phone? What? Sheldon? Yeah, -22. Too damn cold. We've had this much snow in a while. Haven't had this much snow in a while. Landscape is beautiful. Somebody blocked you? Not here, hopefully. Angel says, Donald, not long if he keeps this crap up. Begin to think he is under the influence and not a happy drunk. Yeah, you missed everything. Fist says, Elon, in my opinion, is a dreamer and smart, but hires smarter people to do all the work. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, and he has huge cash to play. Yeah. I don't know. He's a weird character. I know that. He's accomplished some shit. He has definitely accomplished some stuff. Icon says, Mr. Lee, been a lot colder. Looks like we will warm up to about 0 on Tuesday. Then rain to go with the thaw. Missed everything, yeah. Real Alberta has no rats. Donald says, Raptor, I told her to remove it out of her stream, but maybe it's still there. Do you remember what day it was, Donald? What's the name of her channel again? I don't even know if I'm subbed. What it like? Is the name of her channel the Authentic Happiness channel? I don't think that's the name of the channel. She was calling it like the Authentic Happiness Show. There we go. I found it. And it was on a live stream. And let's see here. But I'm not sure which one it would be. So do you remember do you happen to know the date that happened, Donald? Supposed to call me. Mr. Lee was supposed to call you? Mr. Lee. Yeah, it is cold. It is cold. Yeah, it was. Well, you know. Put it on the cloud. You could do that, but Raptor can't get to it. I don't think Raptor can get to it. Found out Nikki has control over her sister's videos. What? This says maybe because Alberta has no ships not on the coast, so any cargo that comes in, they regulate. The rat's not sure, but you can look into it. I choose to credit the Bobcats. Donald Fuller Dogman reminds me of the mean drunk in the bar who wants to fight with everyone. Rats more near the coast thing, yeah. Yeah. Wherever every inch they got to go inland up there in Canada, they got to fight the predators. The predators are going to eat them. So before they get too far, Icon says this is nothing. When I was born, we had so much snow, the roads were shut down. Had to crawl home uphill through 4 feet of snow drifts and nothing but a diaper and dragging a cask of old-fashioned mix. Fists like bullets. Mr. Lee says the fists like bullets. I saw a rat the size of a dog in Bangkok one time. What were you doing in Bangkok, man? Angel talking about cowboy. Fist says we had negative 30 last week, warmed up to maybe negative 12 or so, then in the plus this week. Yeah, I don't want any part of that kind of cold. Mild for the most part. I'd have to dig me a hole in the ground somewhere. Always polite. Donald says, I come we are getting the cold now, but not as bad as all of you had. Yeah, you're close enough to the ocean, it helps moderate the temperature. That's one of the good things about being near the ocean. It helps keep the temperature from getting extremely low or even extremely hot. Like, because the anytime you get in any extremes, the water absorbs or release heat accordingly. But when you're not around a lot of water and you're inland, that's when you freeze up or you get excessively hot at more southern places than you would near the ocean. Extremes, because of the moderating effect of water. Call now is Susie's. Yeah, but what day was it? Not sure which one, says Donald. This says nutria rats are more of a swamp rat. We call them muskrat, more like a little beaver. Yeah, it looks like a beaver without the flat tail, kind of. Yeah. Yeah, Texas got some snow, Mr. Lee. They did. $8 where Donald's at. Watching The Evil of Frankenstein and listen to Locke. Said it's gone. Uncle Bones said it's gone, Lockbeard. Oh, did he? Peter Cushion, that's a good one, says Mr. Lee. Raptor says, all I have is YouTube for videos. That's why I asked about, do you have a link here on YouTube, guys? Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like you're not going to be able to see the video. You don't want to see a naked dude anyway, do you? Is a naked dude. They deleted it that night. Yeah, they needed to, because if YouTube caught on to it, it'd be a problem. Not too shabby. Fist says no rats. Maybe they can't get over the mountains. I don't know. Like you mentioned, predators. Yeah, if they're not native someplace, and especially like a cold place, like that whole ecosystem, the ecosystems of Canada, man, is not going to be conducive to invasion by most non-native creatures, right? Because they're going to come in there, and even if they're adapted to the extreme cold, they're going to have to contend with competition from other animals that want the same resources that animal wants, and they're going to have to deal with the native predators that are going to be animals that are used to being able to detect prey they're extremely well adapted to hiding from predators in that ecosystem. Well, the rats aren't. You know, that rat ain't gonna do like them rabbits do. The rabbits will turn white. In the wintertime. That rat can't do that. That rat is screwed. And it doesn't know how to hide as well. It may not be able to even function in those kind of extreme temperatures. So it's just doomed. It's not going to make it very far. Now the rats might survive in a city because they'll be able to find warm places to hide and adequate food sources from the humans in the city. And there's not going to be adequate predators in the city, unless you count, stray cats, and stray dogs. But out in the wild, no, that rat is screwed. A foot maybe of snow. Icon says I'm 12 miles in from a warm Lake Michigan, and it just shit on us. Yeah. AKA Harvey Dent says they love big rats in China. They say they taste more like chicken than the bats. Gary, we're gonna have to wrap her up too. We've been on here for 3 freaking hours. I'm tired. Donald says I remember many nights riding 100 miles in negative 30 temperatures and loving it. In a truck driving. Yeah, if I got a good heater and a vehicle can travel, shit, that's fine. I don't want to be out in it all the time, though. That's for sure. Fists, like, no heat and all that stuff. 2 22-pound Pomeranians, big for the breed and pure. They can handle the weather and could kill those big rats, but those big rats can be scary at first glance. Yeah, some of them rats are vicious animals, man. Fish says you can see my rugged palms on my YouTube. They big for the breed. Great ears, great guard dogs. Donald says Raptor, if it's Dogman in the video, he's lacking a package. Yeah, he wasn't showing it off because he had much to show off. Cowboy says I worked at Procter and Gamble in Dallas. The rats were everywhere. Yeah. Lost mites. We have lost lot. I think he meant lots of mice and voles and rabbits. Yeah, lots of raptors. Yeah, a rat would be just a perfect target for a hawk or something. Raptor says at Lock, stay warm. Put all your clothes on the bed. You'll stay warm. Well, I'll try. Got a piece of vermin. A bit into that was a little Debbie snack. What the hell? Miss Shalice's raps jump at your jugular, no lie. Yeah, they want to drink your blood. They're vampire rats. Snowmobile? Were you in a snowmobile? Holy shit. You're probably dressed for it though. Probably got those overalls or coveralls that cover everything. Very well insulated. Raptor says y'all be safe. Y'all see you on the next one. See you, Raptor. I wish I can. I wish I could, Cowboy, but I can't. If I get adequate income increase in the future and I think I'm going to be in another winter in Oklahoma, you know, there's possibility of setting up uh, they have a small, little tiny wood stoves made for campers and stuff that could possibly be installed in here, but really it just wouldn't work out very well. There's not enough room to try and pull all that off, but it could. But it would have to. Where's your stovepipe come out, stuff like that. It just is. It's problematic. It's very problematic. I don't like the cold. Angel says to Donald, I used to think that was fun. Now I don't like the cold. Yeah, rats. Rodeo song. Icon says, Donald, that's all I've heard for the last week and a half. Sleds everywhere. Raptor says, dude, I grew up poor in the 70s. Yeah, could do it for now for sure. Here comes Johnny with his pecker in his hand. Yeah. You don't need lots of insulation for snowmobiling, just lots of alcohol. Well, alcohol ain't going to help me. Off to the rodeo. Uncle Bone says to the cowboy, yes, off to the rodeo. Just a jacket and sneakers and a helmet? What in the hell? You must have been using the alcohol, man. Close to 40 below. Uncle Bone says 40 below, and I don't give a fuck. Oh, man. Cowboy says, got a heater in my truck and I don't give a fuck. I'm off to the rodeo. Helmet up for the tool. For tool. Open up for tool. Fist says, again, Lock, I will play around with my site and see if I can if it can benefit what you're doing. If not, all good, but might be something to try. We will see. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I could, I don't know. I don't know if it'd be, something I need or not, but thanks for bringing it up and all that. Keep me updated. Cool. Thank you, man. Donald says Alabama left and Alabama right. Come on, you effing dummy. Get your right step right. Oops. You mean know the song Uncle Bones? Yeah, y'all singing some kind of song, but most of us don't know it. Sleep Beauty says, "Are you guys smoking crack?" No, they're song lyrics. Song lyrics. All right, y'all be safe, says Raptor. You too, Raptor. Thank you, Fist. Thank you. Yeah, song lyrics. Used to dance to that song. Both great bands, says Sleeping Beauty. Don says, I won't say that Schnapps wasn't on board. Yeah, I bet they were if you're riding around in negative temperatures without adequate insulation. The rodeo song. The rodeo song. Icon says, Mr. Lee, are you familiar with these two? So, yep. Hopefully, it won't get as cold as it did in this last week. The extended forecast seems to indicate that it isn't going to get quite as cold as it did this last week, so we might be good. For you guys who are familiar with abnormal investigations, do y'all happen to know where that guy lives? Like what town he is in, or just kind of wondering. Somewhere in Oklahoma, I guess, but I don't know exactly where. Oh, I don't know what this. I don't know what this. This link is that Icon's put up. I don't know what it is, but come on now. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but show still of it anyway. Crank some stomping Tom. Look up the song on YouTube, says Cowboy. Uncle Bone says, Lockbeard, piss me off, you fucking jerk. Rodeo song. The snowmobile be amusing. He was a legend. He's Bible Belt for sure, Lockbeard. Who abnormal investigations. Yeah, he's somewhere around. He's somewhere in Oklahoma. My understanding is.
About Adrian's paintings, you can see his drama and narrative book, which I started in lockdown, and then everything took off, and I never had time to finish them. I am a massive fan of naive folk culture when it wanted for you. 20 years later, go to Gran Canaria, do a concert. The man had
And let me see what oops, hold on a second. Rodeo song. Yeah, that link that Uncle Bones provided was the rodeo song. Oops. Well, come on now. That's all right. It's not a music video, but it's the lyrics to the rodeo song. This release is Toya's Wilcox. Of course, she was big in the 80s. Hit song It's a Mystery. Also, she did some acting. Not sure about this YouTube channel, though. Icon. I'll check it. Hockey Song is a Treasure. Two Favorite Nutters. Absolutely love those two. Uncle Ben says, Lockbeard playing a song. Can I do it without a copyright issue, though? I'm not sure I can get away with playing it. You know what I mean? She looks good for her age, says Mr. Lee. Tom has to get some great songs. Uncle Bones, I don't know if I can play it without getting the stream shut down, though, or the copyright.
Get on my nerves. You fucking let me get your right step right. Get on stage, goddamn good, you know. Piss me off, fucking jerk. Get on my nerves.
Yeah, I don't know how much I can get away with playing. There's a great documentary on him on YouTube. Gravity hasn't had much effect on her.
Well, it's 40 below and I ain't got a truck and I don't give a fuck cause I'm off rodeo. Down, about a left and down, about a right, come on, you fucking let me get your right step right. Get off stage, goddamn good, you know. Piss me off, fucking jerk. Get on my nerves.
You've seen it? Lockbeard, his music is on YouTube unregistered. So does that mean you can play it on the stream? Rodeo song is someone different. What? Sounds like a cover, says Icon. He sings Alberta and a few classics, says Fist. I'm 54, so been around a little.
Well, here comes Johnny with his pecker in his hand. He's a one-ball man and he's off to the rodeo. And it's an element of left and an element of right. Come on, you fucking let me get your red step right. Get off stage, goddamn good, you know. Piss me off, fucking jerk. Get on my nerves.
Mr. Lee says, sounds like an intro for Dogman UK. Yeah, probably so. Probably so. Fist says, I had a classic TV stream. Is that what a classic TV stream? Is that what you mean? Also for years, but just do the fights on the site nowadays. I have an IMDb page of my vault of files. Cowboy says, hey, Lock, click on that video, Old Men in Strip Clubs. What? I don't know what that is. What is that about? I don't even know. What the hell? Icon says, Mr. Lee, can't wait to hear what you have to say about it. Those two really get along good for their age and still perform. Uncle Bones is clapping. Feel free to check it. IMDM. Uncle Bones says, Cowboy, is that the song? I don't know what that video is. It's YouTube suggesting probably in response to this video, this song, for some reason. So I don't know what's up with that. IMDb. Yeah, IMDb. Donald says, can't believe you never heard that Lockbeard. No, I've heard it. It's just been a long time. Mr. Lisa's Icon. He did have a crush on her when he was a wee lad. This says, I was just shut down so many times, DMCA, but I got links and sites still. Hard not to.
Well, it's 40 below and I don't give a fuck. Got a heater in my truck and I'm off to the rodeo. And it's an element of left and an element of right. Come on, you fucking let me get your right step right. Get off stage, goddamn kook, you know. You piss me off, you fucking jerk. Get on my nerves.
So I want to tell you about 3 old men that I met when I was working as an exotic dancer.
Crap. Yeah. All right, this is a long video. I don't know what it's about. I'm sure you guys can find it if you want to watch that. First problem, I already see a problem though. She just called herself an exotic dancer. That's when she wants to try and make it seem like what she was doing was nothing, was not as bad as what it was. You were a stripper. You're damaged goods. Just call it what it is. You're a stripper. Stripper. Get out of here. Still thought it was a cover. Still have that on 8-track somewhere. Pissed me off. Nurse. Hello, nurse. Well, hello, nurse. Donald says, well, I got a crush on her now. What the hell? Cowboy says, I wanted to see if I was on there. Oh, man. Well, I doubt. Surely you're not on there. Surely she's not talking about you. We've been on here way too long. I'm tired. Trying to hunker down. for the cold night. Thank you all for hanging out. And see you. As long as nothing goes wrong, see you next Saturday.